24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Friday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Friday with the Hall of Famers. The New York Knickerbockers win last night. They keep it rolling to a Game 6, going back to Indiana, as the Jackson 5 once said. Meanwhile, as we head into the weekend on an F-It Friday, a feel-good Friday, it makes you wonder, what does Steve Mason look for in a friend?
Somebody who tells me what I want to hear. Those are real friends.
Wait a minute. Mace,
come on now.
There are many, many people that look for that in friends.
Oh, yeah.
That just want
a lot of professional athletes.
Positive reinforcement.
Yeah, I need a lot of positive reinforcement.
And that you're either with me or you're against me.
Absolutely. You better be with me.
Well, none of that's surprising, is it? You know what else isn't surprising? Time for fun and frivolity, Jack. The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Friday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Hey, look who's here.
Hey, it's our buddy Andrew Siciliano.
Our old friend Andrew Siciliano is in the building, so we made him delay his afternoon full of important people, more important than us.
Hi, guys.
To come say hello.
I have a lot of
Great
important
to see
things
you.
to do, like talk to myself on the beach while taking a long walk.
Oh, there you go.
How are you guys?
How long has it been since you actually did a show here? It's been a decade?
Okay, like actually a show.
Like a daily
When
show,
you used to be on with Michael.
I think that show was mercifully put to sleep in 2011.
14 years
2011,
ago.
early
God,
2011.
You have
or
not
might have been
aged
Christmas
at all,
2010.
man. You look
Likewise.
the same.
Look at the two of you.
And you have now gone on kind of a cool. You're like me. I through just a twist of fate that I'm incredibly grateful for. I ended up as the Lakers play-by-play guy,
and I listen all the time.
You are a Browns fan, have been for a long time, right?
Yes.
And now you're the Browns radio announcer. That's got to be, you got to feel like I do, incredibly fortuitous, right?
I pinch myself every game.
Yeah.
I still live here.
Right.
Because I love Hermosa, and I know you love the South Bay. I ain't leaving. It's a long commute.
So do you,
yes.
after you go to a game, like let's say the Browns play in Pittsburgh, will you come back to California?
So it's a good question. Last year was the first year doing it. We kind of made it up as we went along. I don't know how we're going to do it this year. It depends on a lot of factors. Last year,
like if there's Thursday night games or travel,
Last year I tried to come back after every game. However, Like October, we had 3 straight home games. We, the Browns, had 3 straight home games. I just stayed. So, and one of those games was the Chargers. So, like back-to-back games like that. This year, the schedule doesn't really lay out that way. There's like a 5-6 week stretch in the middle of the season where they don't have a home game. There's a bye in there as well. So, I don't yet know what I'm gonna do.
I just figure it out on the fly
where I could do both. Because
but now that you're doing Cleveland games, it leads to the obvious question. Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco,
no one's asked you this.
Sanders,
nobody's asked me this.
Dylan Gabriel. Who it going to be?
I was in Paris last week, and I had someone stop me on
Is
the
that
street
right?
and ask me. True story. My gut right now would say Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
I know that's going to surprise some people. It is only May, last I checked, right? We're
Right.
May
You can't
30.
win the job in May.
He can't win the job in May. He can't lose it in May either. I think they traded for Kenny Pickett before the draft thinking, here's a guy that has started 25 games. If you believe in quarterback wins and losses, that's great. If you do, he's 15-10 as a starter. He has 7 fourth-quarter comebacks in his career. And if you go back a couple of years ago, remember the topic of bar roulette every day on NFL Live is when is Matt Canada going to get fired? And I think the Browns believe deep down inside that we have a better offensive line than those Steelers teams did. We could run the ball better than those Steelers teams did. We have a better play caller and an offensive structure, even though they were the lowest scoring team in the NFL last year, than those Matt Canada teams did with the Steelers. We think we have something in Kenny Pickett. But there is a world in which either Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel lights it up in camp and they start. There is also a world in which they're all bad and they say, hey, Joe Flacco, go save us.
Yeah, wow.
Do you think Deshaun Watson ever plays another game at quarterback for the Browns?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. We could be wrong, but who knows?
I don't. But
and by the way, we should point out that he's recovering from injury and he's not even available for the first 7-8 games this year. Probably
it remains to be seen when he or if he would be available this year. He's coming back from a second Achilles. He tore the Achilles week 7 in October. He then tore the Achilles, re-injured the repaired Achilles in mid to late December, and the surgery wasn't until early January. So him getting on the
take
field
some
this
time,
year would be aggressive. I think the curious thing would be, or the what do you do now, is if he somehow, and I don't know this is going to happen, September says, I am ready.
I'm healed.
I am healed, and then what do you do?
Well, it's not like you've got 5 other quarterbacks.
Or 4.
Yeah. I added one,
They have
so
enough.
I watched you do the Olympics. They call it the Gold Zone,
Gold Zone.
right?
We had
The
so
Gold
much
Zone.
fun doing that.
Do you miss the Red Zone, doing the Red Zone? I know now you've got a dream job calling Cleveland Browns games, but do you miss the sort of bouncing around that you did with the Red Zone?
And before you answer that, I've said this to you privately and I've said it publicly on the air. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody better at a job than you were doing the Red Zone.
You're very kind.
I marveled at the. I'm sure you made a mistake at some point. And how many years did you do it?
Of course, I made a mistake.
How many years did you do it?
We did 18 years.
Wow. I never heard you make one.
You're very kind.
Ever. And I watch, and that's how I watch football the whole time you were there. Do you back to Mace's question? I hijacked it. Do you miss it?
So, I am a very big fan of the phrase "both can be true."
Oh
right?
yeah,
You and Sedano.
You and Sedano.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love my current job, and I miss the old job. Both can be true,
yeah.
right? I also will say this: I am the luckiest guy on earth.
Yeah.
I get to talk about football every day. That's my life. I pinch myself all the time. And for 18 years, I got to pace in front of a wall of TVs in Culver City or the marina, really, where we shot it, most of it, and scream at TVs, and I would have done that at home.
Yeah, right.
And now I get to go to and do every single Browns game, which, as anyone knows at DirecTV, I would be screaming at that game off the air wall, trying to maintain professionalism on the air with all the other games. So, yes, is your question.
Look
love
what somebody
it.
dug up.
That's the best picture of all time.
If you go to the ESPN LA social media accounts, somebody
that's amazing.
Who dug up that
found,
photo?
I'm guessing
that
it's
is a good
Graham,
job.
but who was just
He
in
has
here,
like
or
2.5
Carlo.
Sicilianos
I have like that
tall.
on a thumb drive somewhere. I might have the originals. That is a great photo.
But here's the amazing thing about this picture. I've known Michael Thompson for 30 years.
Yeah. Oh, a tie?
I've only seen him wear a tie twice.
Yes.
Once when we went to the White House.
Yeah.
And once at Dr. Buss's funeral. This is number 3. To take a picture with Andrew.
He doesn't wear a tie to WrestleMania?
He doesn't wear a tie ever.
Yeah.
He'll
come in here with sweatpants and a Bahamas sweatshirt every single week.
And Julie just shakes her head at him and like, oh my God. But for you, he threw on a tie. This is a great picture.
Oh, it's a very funny pick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a jockey right there. I mean, I could. Yeah.
Well, he's 6'10".
Yeah,
it's more it has to do with him than you.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm still not tall.
Yes.
This just in, breaking news.
Well, listen, awesome for you to stop in here and hang out a bit. I know you juggled your schedule a little bit.
Are the Browns a playoff team?
Are the Browns a playoff team? I think a lot would happen.
Defensively, they're really good.
Defensively,
right?
2 years ago, they're the number one defense in the NFL. I think they can get back to that. They have to score more than 18.5 points a game.
Okay.
They scored the fewest points, and they had the fewest touchdowns of any team in the NFL last year. I think a lot will change. They're going to run the ball better. I think they have weapons now they didn't have a year ago. They have a very, very, very tough schedule with the NFC North.
Boy, you're like a supercomputer. How do my Rams look this year?
I think the Rams are going to be good.
Yeah.
Yes, the Rams are a playoff team. I think the Browns need a lot of breaks to get back there. But if they don't, they have 2 first-round picks next year.
For as long as I can remember, you have done the TV call of the Rams preseason games.
Yes.
Are you going to be able to continue that now that you're working for the Browns?
I don't think so.
It hasn't been resolved yet.
I would say unlikely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say unlikely.
All right.
Well, and I'm going to miss Mina and Witt and that whole crew, and they're amazing.
Yeah, it was a great team.
But I'm still a Rams season ticket holder.
There you go.
So there.
I'll see you out there. Andrew Siciliano joining us, the voice of the Cleveland Browns. Very big star in the world because of Red Zone in particular.
By the way, happy belated birthday. I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Oh, that's all right, man. It would have been great to see you, but
I hear
thank you.
a great time was had by
it was a good night. It was a really good night. All right, coming up next for you, what are we going to... Oh, Yankees-Dodgers. Yankees-Dodgers.
Tonight, the Yankees are here.
We will get to some of that coming up next. In the meantime, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and BetterHelp, who I'm working with, is one of my partners, surveyed 16,000 people across 23 countries for its first ever State of Stigma report, and found that while 75% of people believe it's smart to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy. Come on, guys. I mean, if you're having trouble in your life, if you're depressed, can't get out of bed, you've got anxiety, you've got work coming at you, boss problems, relationship problems, you got to have somebody to talk to. And BetterHelp has got 35,000 therapists right now, the largest online therapy platform in the world. They've served over 5 million people. Listen, talk to somebody. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The road to glory runs through Los Angeles, and ESPN LA is teaming up with Michelob Ultra for an epic FIFA Club World Cup watch party you won't want to miss. Join us this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar in LA Live as 2 powerhouse clubs face off for a shot at the world stage. This Saturday, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to get there early so you can get your spot. Catch every second on dozens of screens, enjoy giveaways, and sip on ice-cold Ultras. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. And, of course, 710 ESPN. We'll see you this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sports CVT for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment. FINS 37,03172. MSRP $31,935. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days. Summer's here and seasonal businesses are hiring. Everything from hiking guides to surf instructors and more. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's smart technology gets to work as soon as you post a job.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Grill lunch hour is on. Why do they grill the order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl combo for only $8.99 for a limited time. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you as the Waba Grill lunch hour continues on 710.
Hey, if you want to be part of the first ever Cappy Blackjack Tournament, happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Going to be a party, oh party. RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. Click that picture of Cappy in the cash and be there at our first ever Cappy Blackjack Tournament. Again, go to ESPNLA.com right now.
Let's go!
Hey!
Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off.
All right, Dodgers-Yankees tonight at Dodger Stadium. I've got the pitching matchups, John. Tonight, Max Fried, who's been tremendous.
Yeah, his ERA is like 1.2.
Versus Tony Gonsolin, who's, ERA circling 4. Tomorrow's Will Warren from the Yankees. Landon Knack for us. That's the game I'm going to. The Landon Knack. It's Knack Day. Knack. Does anybody have Knack Day, or is that not a thing?
Not a thing yet.
No. Yeah, not yet. And Sunday it's Yamamoto versus our old friend lefty Ryan Yarborough, who was on this team not long ago. I wanted to dedicate this next clip to every Yankees fan everywhere.
With a heating up Judge, who settles under this ball, but then drops it. Can Hernandez get to the bag before the throw? He does. On a routine play, Aaron Judge just flubs it in center field, and the Dodgers catch a huge break right there.
Damn.
If you watch the Apple 3-part series on Yankees Dodgers, they go in depth on that inning.
Yep.
Might be the worst inning in Yankees history. They made 3 bonehead plays. They led 5-0, and the Dodgers cashed in all 5 guys and tied the game. And then after that, it was it.
Yeah. So Yankee fans,
and
that's
Aaron
for you.
Judge, the play you just played, had not committed an error in center field the entire year.
It's incredible. So, John, here is how closely the Dodgers and the Yankees are in terms of every statistical category.
Okay.
So, runs per game, Cubs are number 1. They're lighting it up. Dodgers 2, Yankees 3. Batting average, Dodgers 1, Yankees 4. Dodgers are lead the league in batting average. On base percentage, Yankees 1, Dodgers tied for 1.
Okay.
So they are tied in that category. Slugging percentage, Yankees 1, Dodgers 2. Home runs, Yankees 1, Dodgers 2. Walks, Yankees 1, Dodgers 2. Those are the categories that they are so damn tight in. Offensively, they're really, they've got Judge, we've got Ohtani, the lineups stack up, and yet we're so close in virtually every category.
That all suggests that there could be a rematch in the World Series this year. That happened in 77 and 78.
Yeah.
The Yankees and Dodgers met in back-to-back years.
How much would baseball love that?
Well,
oh, man, another Yankees-Dodgers?
It's their two biggest markets.
Yep.
But I actually think, I know the Yankees are the best team in the American League. At least I think so. The Tigers,
the Tigers are on a roll.
Are the one team that gives you pause.
Yep.
In the National League, on paper, the Dodgers are the best team, but man, there are more good teams in the National League than in the American League.
Hey, Cubs, Phillies, Padres are right there.
Right.
Giants have been really good.
Yeah.
It's a dogfight of a National League, but in this case, we're watching two teams that are in a lot of ways mirror images of each other. The numbers that jump out at me, by the way, ERA, the Dodgers are 21st.
Well, that's because their bullpen stinks, and it's overused.
Starters ERA, number 29.
Dodgers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bullpen ERA, number 17.
I would argue that the starter ERA is a little misleading because all their best starters have been hurt.
Absolutely.
If they get Glasnow back, if they get Snell back.
And you don't give the bullpen that credit. The fact that they don't have Kopech, the fact that they don't have Kirby Yates, the fact that they...
I don't, because no matter who they put in, the guy seems to give up runs.
Well, their best guys, in a lot of cases, their best guys or most reliable guys right now are injured. Evan Phillips now on the 60-day disabled list. Trinan is on the 60-day disabled list. They have been
Snell,
decimated. Snell can't come back probably till July if he's healthy. So, there are a lot. The injuries are definitely a part of things, not using it as an excuse in any way, but it has definitely hurt them both in terms of the starting rotation and the bullpen. All right, I want to tell you about a big lie. The big lie.
There are many in the world.
This, I think, may be the biggest lie of all time.
Okay.
Put a frog in boiling water. What happens?
I would assume he dies. I don't know.
It jumps. I don't know.
100. So there's this idea that a frog in boiling water, you start it in cool water, you warm it up, doesn't realize it's getting cooked, and all of a sudden it's cooked, right?
Right.
Frog in boiling water. I read this study. 100% of the time, jump out of the pot. 100% of the time, the frog jumps out of the pot. And here we've been led to believe all along we're like frogs in water, and it's slowly boiling, and we're cooked. No, frog just jumps out. Just jumps out.
You would think
that
that's
doesn't
what they
stun
would do.
you the way it does me.
It does not. And it's a weird thing to go. It's a weird rabbit hole to go down.
Oh, really? You think?
Yeah. Like
big lies?
Or no.
Scientific lies
Frogs
and science.
in boiling water.
Well, you've never heard that description?
No.
I haven't.
I haven't either.
No, I
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I just heard it last week. We're like frogs in boiling water. It starts out cool water. They heat it up.
Whenever I think of an animal in boiling water, I don't know why my head goes here, but I think about the movie Fatal Attraction when Glenn
the
Close
bunny
boils the bunny.
Yeah, that's
and
rough.
In promotional pictures for that movie.
Yep.
If you go online and Google this, you'll see a picture of Michael Douglas and Glenn Close holding a bunny.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's funny. That's funny. No, here it is. The boiling frog is a metaphor often used to illustrate how individuals or groups may not recognize or react to gradual change in their environment. If a frog is placed,
never heard this.
If a frog is placed directly into boiling water, it will jump out. But if the water is cool, it's supposed to cook, and it will not cook. The frog always jumps out of the water. I can't believe nobody's ever heard that expression.
I honestly, if something's getting hot, you would think reaction is jump out. So that's why I was like, it just jumps out. Why would you stay in there? You know what I mean?
Okay. Thanks.
Didn't hit the way you wanted in Helmies.
Yeah.
First nugget of the day, strikes out.
Oh, Brian, Laura, you know what I'm doing tonight?
Oh, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to my favorite restaurant, Slay in Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
Shout out to David Slay, who owns many restaurants.
Hello, Mr. Slay.
Hello, David.
And then I'm going to the 900 Club, and you know who's coming with me?
Oh.
Mace and Juan.
Yeah!
Let's go.
900 Club.
It's our once-a-year social excursion, the first one since Craig's.
Yes.
Wow.
And when we went to Craig's, we saw Kate Beckinsale.
So who knows tonight?
Who will we see
All
tonight?
bets are off. Do you see famous people at...
Last time I was in there, I saw Steve Nash.
Wow.
But time before that, I've seen Les Snead there.
Yeah.
I've seen many famous people there.
Now, do you think I could join the 900 Club?
Of course.
Do I qualify?
Of course.
I
think
don't
so.
live in the South Bay.
Doesn't
Does
matter.
that matter? Is there not a city limit, and then you can't?
No, but
have anybody?
you have to pay to join it.
Oh,
But I can get you in.
you can
You're
get me
like,
in? Can you get me into Costco? I can't get a membership to Costco either.
sure you can.
I think all you do for that one is apply.
But
you're
then
in.
they have a strict screening process. Brian,
they
are you a
don't.
member of Costco?
Yeah, and if I could get
Can
in,
you-
you could get in.
Wait,
Come on now.
Yes.
Can you sponsor me? I think you,
You
need
don't
like
need, no,
I
you
can
do
take
not
you in.
need a
I think you
sponsor
need-
take you
to
in.
get you
I
into
think you need
Costco.
3 other shoppers to vouch for you before you get
I
into
got the
Costco.
black card, Mace. Let's go.
The black card?
Executive card.
Oh, is that right?
yeah, it's actually my mom's, and I'm an add-on, but I got you.
All right,
Yeah.
good. All right, going to spin the wheel of questions next. We will dedicate this to boiling frogs. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. In the meantime, you know I love my car. I am driving a Hyundai Elantra. I'm so happy with it. I've driven it now for a year and a half or so. Next level tech, safety features. All the Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Now, I've got this stuff. The available class exclusive digital key. Remote smart parking assist, which has changed my life when it comes to parallel parking. And because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, every Hyundai also comes with complete America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. It's time for you to do like I did. Get a test drive of your favorite Hyundai today, only at your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
No, what's the what did I have today?
Aguas Calientes, I had family there.
What do I have? What did I have today? The shrimp. What did I have today?
Aguachiles.
Not aguas calientes. What did I have?
Is that a casino?
Agua Caliente by DeAndre's house.
Right. Yeah.
And then Aguas Calientes where my cousin lives in the
Okay.
state of Mexico.
Okay.
You're getting there, Cappy.
What did I eat today?
Shrimp.
No, but come on. No, I don't want the white guy version. What was it called?
DeAndre?
What was it called?
Aguachiles.
Aguachiles. See, now I got aguas calientes.
You were close, Cap.
I was very close. Aguas chiles.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for?
What is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right. Let's see. What do we got here, Laura?
Congratulations to me, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
That's a dumbass question.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
We
It's a
hit
Friday.
all the Luke Robitaille
We
sounds
did.
there.
We missed Luke around
Yeah, I
here.
know. We miss Luke. We got to have him back soon.
All right, so this is a funny question that just kind of came up, and
Okay.
I wanted to get your thoughts.
Does
It's
it involve
quirky.
frogs and boiling water?
It does not,
All
but
right.
it is
Checking.
quirky, it is funny, and it might suck. Who knows?
Okay.
So if you could replace your dominant hand, so like for me, I'm a right-hander person, so
Okay.
my dominant right hand with an everyday object,
Mm.
but it magically still works like a hand, what object would you pick?
Huh.
I have an
that's
easy
a
one for
weird
this one.
question. But
told
it's
you.
interesting. What would we turn our hands into?
Yeah, what object
You
would
can
you
still
pick?
use your hand no matter what object you pick.
It
You
magically
still,
still
got fingers
works
and all
like
that
a
stuff.
hand,
Okay.
Huh. Like Captain Hook had a hook for a hand.
hook for
Edward
a
Scissorhands had scissors.
Yeah.
If you had a machete, it'd be good to cut stuff up, but
But it would be cumbersome to carry around, I think.
okay. How about this?
Okay.
I want to have the ability, like to. An octopus has what, 8 tentacles?
Yeah.
What if you had a hand with 8 tentacles?
Oh, that's interesting.
Then
Sure.
you could do way more things.
Yeah, yeah.
Multitasker here.
I'm going to go simple. Give me a screwdriver. I like to screw things in.
Make the end of your thumb
don't.
a Phillips head.
I'm big on screwing things
I
in.
thought you guys would. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I thought you guys would want a microphone.
Oh, a microphone would
You just
be
carry it
good.
with you.
Carry it with us.
Uh-huh.
Well,
You
that's a
still
good
can
idea.
use a hand, you know?
Yeah. Well, is
Gives
that what
new
you,
meaning to the phrase "talk to the hand."
Yeah. Now, is that what you would pick, Laura?
Yeah.
A microphone?
A microphone.
Brian, what about you?
A fork. You know, something
Oh,
practical.
fork.
You know,
Yeah, right.
you can stick
No,
stuff. Yeah.
Fork
Come
is
on now.
super handy. Yeah.
How about like a tap? Your hand's a tap.
Oh, a tap.
You just click
Oh,
on it.
that's
Click
not
on it.
bad.
Beer
I
comes
like the
out.
way you
Fill up
think.
your beer. Yeah, you got to
Ah.
carry a keg around with you, but you still got a tap on the hand.
Not a bad look.
All right. I think we got that right.
Yeah, I told you it was quirky.
We covered that. It is quirky.
Huh?
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
That's
last
a dumbass
last night the Knicks stayed alive.
Okay, I'm going to make a statement about the Knicks.
You think it's going to happen, huh?
Oh, no.
I don't think they're dead. I just don't. Think about this. They blew a 20-point lead in Game 1.
Yep.
And Halliburton won that game at the buzzer. Actually, he tied it at the buzzer, and then
Right.
they won it in overtime. If the Knicks don't blow that lead, they're up 3-2.
yeah.
The Knicks have actually outscored the Pacers in the series by 6 points. All they got to do is win that one game, because I think if it gets to a Game 7 and Game 7's in New York, the Knicks win it. What do you think?
If Indiana loses Game 6, I think
It's tomorrow
Knicks,
night.
Knicks win at 7.
Yeah.
Game 7 would be Monday?
Yeah.
Monday night. And then the finals start
June 5th.
I never liked this layoff between the conference finals and the NBA finals.
Yeah, the finals start next Thursday, a week from yesterday.
Yes.
No matter what.
The 5th, and the series could be over
So
as soon
the
as tomorrow.
Thunder are actually going to be out for 8 or 9 days.
I guess it's not, but I mean, in terms of waiting, it's not a terrible amount of time to wait for the finals to start. But I think it's going to be a really good finals, regardless of who comes out of the East. I think a really good finals. All right, so speaking of the...
I don't. I think I'm picking Thunder in 5 no matter who comes out
Really?
of the East. Yeah.
I like the Thunder to win, but I think the series will be a little tougher.
All right, Thunder in
by the
5.
way, I like the Knicks a little bit better against the Thunder than I like
Okay.
Indiana against the Thunder.
This is not an original thought by me. I heard it on Bill Simmons' podcast, but it's interesting. Okay. The last time that we were headed for a small market finals was in 2002. The Brooklyn Nets were in New Jersey. So that was Byron Scott was coaching that team. The New Jersey Nets came out of the East. And the Sacramento Kings and the Lakers were in a just complete dogfight to come out of the West. Game 6 is generally regarded as the worst officiated playoff game in NBA history. I think the Lakers shot 42 free throws in the second half or something.
Quite a few.
Simmons said, keep an eye on Game 6 in Indy. Indy, OKC would be the two smallest markets ever to meet in the finals. Do you know what market New York is?
Number
1.
Yep. Oh, Game 6. Magically, the Knicks go to the line a lot.
If you see,
that's the script.
If you see Scott Foster get assigned to Game 6, look out. That means the NBA is doing some home cooking.
Cooking it up.
They have 70 officials.
Yep.
Scott Foster's nickname is the Extender.
Yes.
Because he extends series. If you're the losing team, that's who you want to see. Will he be there for Game 6? What do you think?
Boy, doesn't that just play into everybody's conspiracy?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Do they not? They haven't. I was just looking.
They
at this.
announced day of.
Okay, announced day of. So we don't know exactly.
Tomorrow morning they will announce who the officials are. And in mind, so there is a 3 out of 70 chance.
Oh wait, there is.
You know who the officials are for Game 6?
Zach Zarba,
best ref in the league.
Josh Tiven,
solid.
James Williams.
Okay, so
and Pat Frere is the ultimate.
For Game 6 in Indiana tomorrow.
For Game 6 in Indiana.
That's good news for the Pacers.
Right, so the extender.
Zarba's the best ref in the league.
And the extender did not get assigned this series. Yeah.
Maybe they're saving him for Game 7.
All right, so this was funny last night. A game, obviously, Madison Square Garden, and a conversation with Spike Lee.
What does it mean to you to see them in the conference finals at this point? And is that, if this is as far as it goes, Spike, do you walk away feeling good about your team?
Answer.
Yeah.
I would give up Academy Award, Oscar, for the Knicks to win a championship. I got 2 already, but I will give up.
You're going to keep them. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I should have used my.
You don't have to say anything.
Use your internal voice. Inner voice.
Okay.
There's no filter on this guy. You've known him long enough. If he thinks that it's coming out.
So, first of all, do you take him at his word? Would Spike Lee give up an Oscar for the Knicks to win an NBA title?
Yeah, because he has 2.
Exactly. That's the problem. He's got a spare.
Right.
He's not giving up both his Oscars. He's just
or
giving
if,
up one
if
Oscar.
he only had 1. Although, to his credit, Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, won 1 ring, and he auctioned it off for mental health awareness.
Yeah,
So some people are that kind.
Yes.
Spike doesn't strike me as that guy.
No,
but
not at all. But I do think I would trade. I don't know what I have that would be good to trade. What would I have that's good enough to trade?
Okay.
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
Honest answer.
Yes.
Honest answer.
Honest.
I'm going to give you 2 scenarios.
I think I know which coming, but okay.
All right. The first one. Dodgers win the World Series. Wait, what would mean more to you? Dodgers win the World Series or Rams win the Super Bowl? They've both done it recently, so.
Probably Dodgers.
Okay. Dodgers win the World Series this year.
Yep.
But in return, you have to give up your massage chair, and you cannot replace it. You can't go get another massage chair. Would you give it up?
My massage chair is so good.
I know. I told you, as soon as I convinced you to get it, you would fall in love with it.
I said to Juan yesterday, I don't even need to pay for a massage anymore.
I know.
I got this chair that does it all for me.
What did I tell you? I said you are no longer going to order massages once you get this chair.
The bottom line is...
You cannot replace it. That's the
Yes.
key here.
I will be uncomfortable for the rest of my life to see a Dodgers parade for a second consecutive year.
All right, here is the harder one.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a caveat in there, which makes it even more difficult.
Okay.
Dodgers win the World Series, but you have to give up one of your dogs. Now, here's the caveat. The dog would be given to a good home, somebody who you know and like and trust that would take great care of the dog. So I'm not saying you get rid of the dog. You just give the dog. Right.
Which one should I give up? Veronica or Ron?
I think you would give up Ron.
I would give up Ron, but I'm not giving up any of my dudes for a World Series.
Because I know you're having a love affair with
else.
Veronica.
I'm in love with Veronica.
Right, but wait a minute. Even if you give Ron to let's say one of your best friends.
No,
or you
he's
give
part
Ron
of our family.
To Donna and Leo.
Yeah. Would you give
Ron permanently to your mom and not stepdad
Although
Leo?
it's an entertaining concept because
you can still see him.
I could still see him,
but he's no longer a part of your everyday life.
But no, I couldn't. He's my family.
Right.
He's family.
So could I give up Murphy to Myrna?
Murphy the dog, yeah.
Myrna has a cat.
For an NBA title.
Sorry, Murph.
Really?
Wow.
You would give up a family member.
Not give up. I'd give him to my mom, and I could go visit him.
You would adopt them out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, if you take away the last caveat and say, I have to say goodbye to Murphy and I never see him again, no, I'm not doing that.
So it's only if Myrna takes the dog.
But permanently.
Permanently.
Yeah, I don't even get to watch him when they go on vacation. He's no longer sleeping in my house.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Ron is
Brian, would you give up Copper if the Chargers win the Super Bowl? They've never won a Super Bowl.
I know.
Ever.
It's rough. I couldn't do it, though.
It would be to someone else, even in your family, to your family, Allison's family, but Copper no longer sleeps at your house.
No, she's such a big part of my everyday routine that it wouldn't be worth it,
Yeah. Laura, you don't have a dog, do you?
My mom does. They're like mine. But
would you give up your mom's dog?
No, because they're like mine. I know it doesn't live with me.
Yeah.
But
what makes it hard is if you know the dog is going to be okay, are you being selfish? Like if you could, because you could always hide behind, no, I'd never give up my dog because I would want to make sure he's been taken care of. In this scenario, you know the dog's being taken care of.
Yeah, I know, but he sleeps right here,
right.
and
it makes it hard.
No,
and by
they're
the way,
family members.
No one is ever as
members.
excited to see me when I get home as Murphy is.
Absolutely.
Like Jack and Lisa are like, hey.
Yeah, I get an eye roll from Ron.
Yeah, Murphy.
But the dogs?
Murphy is all over me. Like,
Yep.
He missed you.
Yeah.
No, you can't get between me and my dogs.
Hey, it's a title. Sorry, Murph.
Oh.
No.
By the way, my dog is, Ron, you mentioned, is a weirdo. Like, he's a weirdo dog.
But he's your dog.
He's my dog.
Yeah.
He grew up, I mentioned this in the past, but he grew up in a hoarder house where they had 71 other terriers.
Wow.
And so now Ron is super weird about food because the lady would just scatter food on the floor and then all the dogs would fight for it.
Yeah.
So Ron is very protective of his food and acts really, really weird all the time. Veronica's just a dog, and I am in love with her.
All right, so true story about my old dog, Reagan.
Yes.
The one we lost a couple of years ago. So Reagan was the world's biggest snob. We would take her to walk pier to pier. We'd go down to the Manhattan Beach Pier, walk them to the Hermosa Pier, and heavily panting. Obviously needs water.
Right.
So Lisa would carry one of those plastic bowls that you fold up, and then so you just pop it on the ground and give him water. So we get there, and she fills it up with a drinking fountain.
Right.
Like drinking fountain water, puts it down, and Reagan is panting, huffing and puffing, will not touch the water. I go, I'm going to try something as an experiment.
Bottled water?
I dumped the bowl out, poured my bottled water into it, drank every drop.
No!
What a snob.
Was it that
dog.
James Worthy water with the Hawaiian stuff, volcanic stuff?
Yeah.
Bougie dog.
Yeah,
I know.
very
But how
bougie.
does a dog even get like
Too
that?
much time in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Too much
Exactly.
time in the South
Only
Bay.
filtered water for the dog. It was
Yes.
ridiculous.
All right, we're going to do some sports graffiti coming next. It's Friday. Anything goes. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN.
It's Friday.
That's right, it is. And we'll get to your calls coming up next. In the meantime, hey, tomorrow, Knicks Pacers Game 6. Want to see it in shared reality at Cosm? How about UFC 316 on Saturday, June the 7th? Or how about U.S. Open going on right now? All that stuff, you can see it at Cosm in shared reality. Now, there's a dome, right? The dome is where you sit and you are surrounded above you, around you, below you, with the game. You will literally feel like you're at the game. If you want to go to the Hall is like this gigantic sports bar with huge screens, like you've never seen. Fantastic. And all the drinks are amazing, craft cocktails, food amplified, really, really great stuff. Go to Cosm.com, learn what events are coming up, and get your tickets today. They're going fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double Down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get, because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very
$500 scholarships, VIP treatment to our All-Star Friday night event. Nominate your All-Star student today at ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Thanks to Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region in California for 13 years in a row. Come see what the fun is all about.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is Sports Graffiti time. Ireland, you want to take it?
Yep, let's go. William, you're on Sports Graffiti. William, what do you got?
Yes, sir. You brought up a subject about what are you willing to give up,
right,
in order for you to get something in return
for your team, to win a championship. Yeah.
Yes. Well, this one has nothing to do with a championship per se.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the Dodgers or Rams or the Lakers.
All right.
But I've been thinking about this since Kobe's passing. I was thinking I would give up my life to bring back Kobe. I would spare him my life. I mean, I am
William.
Totally
how old are you? How old are you?
I am 45, and Kobe is not too far away from my age. And I'm thinking, you know what? If I can spare him my life, he would have done a lot.
That's extraordinary. But William,
William,
I applaud you because what you're trying to do. If I was a psychiatrist here, you realize that Kobe has the ability to make more people happy on a global scale than you do.
Right.
And so Actually, if that was an option, he would go down. William would go down as a hero.
He would,
because he would have
brought back Kobe.
But he would have made millions and millions of people given his life to make millions and millions of people happy. In a small way, it's why you and I are always so pro-military, and we always say thank you for your service, because at the core, those guys are willing to put their life on the line to protect us. But that's extraordinary. I've never heard anybody say it about an athlete.
William. Because it's not possible, enjoy your life for all it's worth.
And 45 is too young.
Yeah, 45 is really young, man.
Adam, you're on Sports Graffiti. Adam, what do you got?
Hey, guys. Hey, I'll get to my main thing in a second, but quickly, I listen to you guys mostly on the podcast, and I've noticed lately it's due to work concerns and all that, but listening live now, but on the podcast, you guys are finally, whoever's cutting the podcast is including your bumper music finally for us podcast listeners. And I was always bummed when you guys would talk about a song that was coming back, and I was going, what song is that? What song is that? What are they talking about?
Yeah, we're technically not supposed to do that. So there, I don't know.
I'm glad it's working. I'm glad it's working.
It's a legal issue.
Love our podcast.
Here's Will. Hey, Will, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys, two things. One, I have heard of dogs that only drink bottled water. A trick to that is to fill the empty water bottle with tap water, and they'll eventually grow out of that. And then two, my question for you guys.
Yeah.
My question for you guys: do you think the Dodgers fans? I don't think the Dodgers themselves will, but do you think they're going to do anything special for the fifth inning in each of these three games?
That's very funny.
To kind of,
I would just to rub it in. It's a great It's a great idea.
Every game, fifth inning. What do we do in the fifth inning every game? Other than we can chant. Right? What do we got, Brian?
I don't know. Got me. I don't know.
We need something for the fifth inning.
To his point about the water thing,
yeah.
I don't know if I should admit this, but I will, because it was in the 80s, and the bar no longer exists.
Right.
But I used to when I was a student at UCLA, I was a bartender at a restaurant in West LA.
Mm-hmm.
And the owner was a real character. And so when I was being trained, there was one case of Perrier water with the green bottles.
Okay.
And I go up to him and I go, hey, Bruce, we're out of Perrier. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, where's the case? I go, it's right here, but all the bottles are empty. He goes, that's because we fill them up every night with soda water we fill them up every night with soda water out of the gun.
Oh, my God.
And no one has ever figured it out.
Well, we've had this. I can't. I mean, I know you get your fancy James Worthy water and all that stuff. I drink tap water. I think it's fine. When somebody comes to the table, say, you want tap, sparkling, or I'm like, give me tap. I'm okay with tap.
Yeah. Lisa will get sparkling sometimes,
Will
but
she?
I'm tap all the way. Here is Mike. Hey, Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys, I have a quick scenario for you. So if it's your favorite pitcher's retirement game and you're like 1 out away from a perfect game that would seal his legacy forever, and you're the final batter in the ninth, do you try to break it up or do you let him go down as one of the greatest of all time?
I'd try and break it up.
I would, too. I think if you're a competitor, you try to break it up, right?
By the way, there's honor in that.
Would you lay down a punt?
Would
you lay down a bunt to break up a perfect game?
If I know what a tremendous baseball fan you are. It's like your favorite sport has been since you were little.
Yep.
If I was facing you.
Yep.
And I was the only thing between you and a perfect game, and I know what that would mean to you, I'm trying as hard as humanly possible to get a hit because I think it would lessen the achievement if I didn't.
I agree. By the way, when I was in minor league baseball,
remember Brett Favre, Mark Gastineau.
The sack
fake
thing.
sack that broke somebody's record. Reggie White was sacking Favre, and it broke Gastineau's record. And Gastineau walked up to Favre and got on him.
He's still upset. Yeah. When I was working in minor league baseball, I got close to seeing a no hitter. It was Dave Righetti, who is the Yankees organization,
right?
And Righetti got to 2 outs, top of the just about over 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, and my buddy Ray Smith, who's probably out there somewhere, catcher, hit a ball into home plate. It bounced about 45 feet up in the air. Easy infield single, but he broke it up with basically a
chopper.
A chopper, right?
Texas
a chopper.
leader.
It was so disappointing. I was like, afterwards, Ray, come on, man. We were getting to see your history.
So remember, back in the day, they had no review.
Yeah.
And do you remember who was the pitcher for the Tigers?
Yeah, I know.
And Jim Joyce called a guy safe at first
When
and
it was
clearly
obvious.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, you need some things to go your way for sure. By the way, Brian, Spencer, one of our listeners, says he would steal your dog for the Chargers to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Bad guy. Come on now.
Bad person.
Spencer, that's a good fan right there. I applaud your efforts.
Don't steal Brian's dog.
Sean, you're on Sports
Or
Graffiti.
anybody else's.
Yeah, you're on Sports Graffiti. Sean, what do you got?
Hey, what's going on, guys? You know, yesterday during Super Crosstalk with Kathy and Mike Trudell, you guys were going to talk about the best Seinfeld episode, and then it cut off. My favorite episode is the Merv Griffin show.
Yeah, where they find the old Merv Griffin set. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
classic.
that one, man.
The best episode,
What's your guys'?
the best written episode, and we both got to know, not well, but a little bit, Peter Melman, who was one of the producers and one of the writers on Seinfeld. He's been on Mesa's podcast. I used to play pickup basketball with him. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
And he used to tell us that the best episodes are when you had good Elaine. That
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus was so funny that put her. I think the best, most well written episode is The Contest, where
The
they
Contest is
basically
great.
go to see who can go the longest without self gratifying themselves.
Right.
And they never say the word. They never tell you exactly what they're talking about,
Yep.
and you know from the beginning what they're talking about.
My favorite, is that your favorite?
Yeah, Contest.
My favorite is when Larry David picks up the prostitute to go to the
That's on
Dodgers
Curb.
game.
That's a different
I'm
show.
You're right. That's Curb.
Yeah.
Oh, then I like the anti-dentite commercial or the anti-dentite ad, which is
Bryan Cranston?
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, epilogue. I know you know this, but a lot of listeners don't know. There is a documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
Called Long Shot. It's only 42 minutes long.
Yep.
So that episode Mace is talking about, where Larry David has tickets to a Dodger game, and he realizes he's stuck on the freeway in traffic, and he's not going to get to the game on time if he has to sit in this traffic. So he pulls over, picks up a hooker on Sunset so he can drive in the carpool lane. They get to he has an extra ticket for her. They get to the game. They're sitting in the stands, and the episode evolves. Brian, have you heard this story, where I'm going with this?
I have not, no.
All right, so they film the episode. Larry and the woman that plays the prostitute are in the stands, are in a big section. Fast forward 6 months later. The LAPD has a press conference to announce that they have found a guy who was convicted for murder. They found somebody who committed a brutal murder.
Yep.
And the guy goes, I don't know what these cops are talking about. I was at the Dodger game with my daughter. And they go, oh, yeah? Prove it. He goes, well, they were filming some TV show that night in the section I was sitting in.
Crazy.
And his lawyer went back, called the office, said, can I look at your raw footage? And there it was, him and his daughter sitting there at the exact time of the murder. He got somebody off of a murder charge based on that episode.
That's amazing.
Good docu.
Yeah, Long Shot on Netflix.
By the way, I got a text from my mom. She says no to Ron. She will not
She will
take
not
Ron.
take Ron.
Yeah, she will not
Donna
take
won't
Ron.
She doesn't want the championship.
She does not. She does. My mom, Leo would love a dog. My mom does not want one. She's like, I don't want to have to worry about coming home and being away and all that stuff. Which
All
I
right.
get. It's a big commitment.
So coming up next, Laura's got something. Do you want to tell us what it is, or you want to surprise us?
No, I want to surprise you guys.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an
Okay.
interesting one. We will do it coming up next. In the meantime, hey, let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti. Is sponsored by Better Health. Mental health is health. If you are having any problems at all, depression, anxiety, you want to be able to talk to somebody, and BetterHelp can help you with that right now. Go to betterhelp.com/timeout. That's betterhelp.com/timeout. All right, it's well, I know you know it's me. I was just going to say, hey, it's Mace. but
I'm Ron Burgundy.
By now, you know it's me.
Steve Mason.
Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They are transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support service for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. So next time you donate or shop, you're not just decluttering, you're empowering someone's future. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. shop.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC, Verizon Skill Forward. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This is Do or Die.
This is the main event.
Some call it the biggest match in LAFC history.
LAFC taking on Club America.
The Black and Gold take on Club America in the ultimate showdown, the FIFA Club World Cup play-in match.
There'll be nothing remotely friendly about this one.
Only one club punches their ticket to this summer's FIFA Club World Cup, and the other goes home. Catch every second of this high-stakes clash. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app and on 710 after NBA playoffs.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Do you know a high school senior who's a true all-star on the field, in the classroom, and in the community? ESPN LA, along with Rotolo Chevrolet and Capozio Buick GMC, is proud to present the All-Star Student Program. We're honoring 5 incredible seniors with a $500 scholarship and an exclusive VIP experience at ESPN LA's All-Star Friday Night. Nominate your standout student today at ESPNLA.com. Brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region, 13 years in a row in California once again.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Friday afternoon. As I like to say, be proud, especially heading into the weekend, that you're a P1 of the Hall of Famers, the longest-running duo in talk radio history in Los Angeles. How about that?
Do you know they're getting rid of the penny?
Mason and Ireland continues. Your Friday afternoon on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Damn, we are the longest running duo in the history of LA sports. Is that possible?
I buy it.
For sports radio, for sure.
For sports radio, for sure. But for all radio, how long were John and Ken on the air?
Ken and Bob were the morning show that we're on for like 25 years.
Right.
And then I think John and Ken were on for about 25.
John and Ken were on for a long time. There's still one of those guys left over there. It's either a John or a Ken.
You and I, yeah, it's, I don't know. I think it's John. But Yeah, you and I might be the longest running duo for sports for sure.
Yeah,
but
for sports
maybe,
for sure.
Maybe in LA radio.
Yeah,
history.
somebody do the math. I don't know how long Mark and Brian were here or any of those people, but
Yeah.
Kevin and Bean, I think we got those guys to chase probably. All right, so I want to mention the Road to Global Glory runs through Los Angeles. Join ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra for a FIFA Club World Cup watch party tomorrow at Tom's Watch Bar. LA Live. Kickoff is at 7:30. Get there early, grab your spot, enjoy giveaways and some ice-cold ultras presented by ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. That's tomorrow at Tom's Urban at LA Live. Kickoff 7:30. Be part of the action with Michelob Ultra and 710 ESPN. All right, so Laura.
Yes, sir.
Came in today and said, the spelling bee was yesterday. Did you know that the big national spelling bee was yesterday?
I did not, but I know it happens every year. Yeah.
So I told Laura to pick some words from the spelling bee.
Okay.
To see if we can actually spell them.
Okay.
So we'll go back. How many do you have, Laura?
I have 5.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have 5 words, which some of them I feel are very easy. I cannot pronounce them, so I found someone that could.
So this is my proposal, John.
Okay.
Write it out, and then we will look afterwards at the 5.
So don't say what we're
Don't
writing.
say what we're writing. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
let's see who
I
gets
do
it.
have the definition if you guys want.
Okay.
And the origin
All
if
right.
you guys want. So
Got it.
we're going to go with the first one, and I'll let Google Translate say it for me.
Samophile.
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 What's the definition, Laura?
An organism that thrives in sandy areas.
Oh, a sandfly.
Origin Greek.
Oh, that gives away.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Samofly. Okay. There it is.
Oops.
Say it one more time, Laura.
Samophile.
Samophile.
All right. I'm giving it a shot.
All right. Next one.
Yep.
All right. Next one. Here we go.
Nidal.
What?
One more time.
Nidal.
Naidu?
What's the definition?
A small dumpling, especially one made of unleavened dough, commonly found in Jewish cuisine.
Say it one more time.
Nidal.
Nido.
Nidal.
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 Nido.
Nidal.
Nidal.
Okay, got
Okay.
it. I've nailed that one. All right, good.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Eudaimonic.
Oh, this one's easy.
Eudaimonic.
Yeah, you demonic.
Eudaimonic.
I've said this around this building. You demonic.
Eudaimonic. I like this one.
Oh yeah. Okay, I've got it.
All right, next one.
Wait, I'm not.
You don't have
What's the
eudaimonic yet?
definition of eudaimonic?
Let me scroll back up. Conductive to happiness or well-being.
No way I've spelled any of these words correctly.
Eudaimonic. Okay, got it.
Eudaimonic.
Yep, I think I've nailed another one. No, one more.
We have 2 more.
Two more, okay.
2 more. Here's the next one.
Chiaroscurist. Chiaroscurist.
That one was hard, so I left that in.
Okay, so use it in a sentence.
I'm not going to pronounce that, but I'll give you the definition.
Okay.
An artist who specializes in the use of light and shadow to create the illusion of depth or volume.
Okay, one more time. Give me the word.
Chiaroscurist. Chiaroscurist.
Chiaroscurist.
Okay.
Say it one more time.
Chiaroscurist. Chiaroscurist.
I don't even know what the first letter would be.
It's really tough.
Chiaroscurist. I can't say that's
you
why I
just
got.
made me change it. It's a.
Sorry.
It's a.
I'll let the
K-song.
professionals do it.
Chiaroscurist. Chiaroscurist.
Okay.
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 Yep.
You guys ready for the last one?
Ready.
Yep.
I think this is the easiest
Okay.
one of all. Okay.
Gesellschaft.
One more time.
Gesellschaft.
You say it once.
Gesellschaft.
Okay.
I think that's how she said it.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
I
All
can
right.
give you the definition.
No, we
No,
got
I
it.
think we got
No,
it.
we got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's. You got the correct spellings, right, Laura?
Of course I do. Yes.
All right. Samophile, Mace. What'd you go with?
Samofile.
I went. Okay, so that's wrong.
It's wrong.
Okay. SAMAPHILE. What is
It is PSA MMOPH.
Both failed
No
miserably.
chance,
All
no
right,
chance.
Mace.
All right.
Nidal.
Yeah, NIDOL.
I spelled it NIDULLE.
No. KNAIDEF.
Good. So we're on the right track.
All right, eunemonic.
Okay. UDONOMIC.
So what's interesting is we have almost the exact same things, except your N and M are transposed in mine. I wrote UDOMONIC.
Okay.
Are either one of those right?
No. It's EUDAEMONIC.
Not even close.
Okay, now the easiest one.
Yes.
The easiest one.
I can't even pronounce this one.
I think you and I are going to have two radically different spellings.
All right, I'm gonna put the pronunciation because this one is the hardest one.
Chiaroscurist.
All right, Macy, go first.
GHAROS.
Stop. You're
All right.
not even close.
Jeez.
How about this?
Okay.
KEROSCURIS.
Not even close.
What was it?
CHIAROSCURIST.
Okay.
I felt really close on
I
that.
don't think we've even gotten, between
We're
the
not-
two of us, a first
No,
letter
we're not
correct.
even in the neighborhood.
All right, what's the last one?
All right, the last one.
Say it, Laura.
Gesellschaft.
No, there's no way I got this. Look what I wrote here, Base. GASELLSHAF.
Okay, that's interesting. I've got GHISELS.
Did we even get, does it start with a G?
It does start with a G.
Right, that's a win
That's a
right
victory
there.
for
All
us.
right, GE
Yeah,
S
that's where I
E
fell off.
L L and then S.
I was good when it started.
Oh my
G.
gosh, I only missed that by one letter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
say John Ireland wins. He
Okay.
missed it by one letter.
Right, but Laura, I stop me when I started this wrong.
Okay.
GA.
You got that wrong.
Okay, so what is it?
GE.
GE. So if I would have put the E, where and then after that I wrote SELLSHAF.
T.
T.
Oh, okay. So I missed my two letters.
That's pretty close.
I think
though.
that's pretty close.
So I
Pretty
missed
close.
Mace. I missed this. I had an A for the E, and I didn't have a T on the
I
end.
think you win.
I'm claiming victory.
I think you should.
I can give you the last one because I was pretty close. Mace didn't even get close.
All right, what is it?
No,
that's the one we did.
No, the one
All right,
there.
so I actually have this is the ending of the spelling bee,
Yes,
right?
this
Okay.
is the ending of the
Here's
spelling
the actual ending of the spelling bee from yesterday.
Hi, Faison. So if you spell this next word correctly, we will declare you the champion of the historic 100th year of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Now, let's all of us take a deep breath.
Yes.
And let's...
That did not help at all.
Bro.
Then smile.
Well, a certain pacing would help to follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it, man.
Your word is éclaircissement.
Éclaircissement. ECLAIRCISSEMENT. Éclaircissement. That is correct.
Whoa! That is amazing.
All right, so this is what I wrote. How close was I?
Eclaircissement. Are there two? Did he say two S? I think you're in the ballpark.
I think it is two
I
S's.
think
My
we both
computer
had the
died that way.
EUCLAR.
I just wrote the word eclair,
Yeah,
like
me
the one
too.
that you eat.
Yep, me too.
And then I wrote CISSMONT.
Oh, see, I wrote eclair, ESM.
Okay. I actually got the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters right.
Again, a win. I think that's a win.
And and then I missed everything after that.
Yeah.
I wrote MONT and the actual spelling was EMENT. I suck.
So
No,
let me.
you're pretty close.
So here's the thing. I think these poor kids at this spelling bee have spent the last year. Their parents say, "Get to your room and study the dictionary."
You ever see the documentary Spellbound?
Oh, Spellbound is an amazing doc.
Like these kids are in a cult.
Yeah. Did you ever see the docs Spellbound? Is incredible.
Spellbound is nonfiction. It's reality based, and then either Samuel L. Jackson or Lawrence Fishburne. I can't remember. I think it's Lawrence Fishburne. is in a movie called Aquila and
Oh,
the Bee.
Aquila and the Bee.
Oh,
yeah, that's a really good movie.
Which also
yeah.
kind of highlights how high, intense, and stressed the spelling bee is.
100 years. Celebrate 100.
100 years of ruining kids' lives. All right. Coming up next for you, what does an Indy driver do when he has to go to the bathroom? We got that coming up for you. Say that again, Laura. It's Friday, so I'm just going to...
Blackjack liner,
Blackjack liner. There you go. You want to be part of the first ever Cappy Blackjack tournament? Well, it's happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Going to be a party. You can RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy and the cash, and you can be there. For our first Cappy Blackjack tournament, go to ESPNLA.com right now. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. My buddy Ian Siegel, who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. We don't leave anything to chance. And here's what he's talking about. They have an algorithm that helps you find people that are specifically suited to your job opening. And you can use it for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter quickly identifies the best candidates for your job. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that website. Use ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Are you ready for a party? Oh, party! The first ever Cappy $10,000 Blackjack Tournament, Jack, is happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. We're going to be broadcasting live that Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. and then at 7 o'clock. You can win cash and play Blackjack with Cappy. Let's do it. Sign up right now at ESPNLA.com. ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy holding cash for you, sucker.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas.
Hey guys, double down with me in my first ever $10,000 blackjack tournament. It's going to happen on June 6th at the Bicycle Casino. You know it, the Park West Bicycle Casino, 888 Bicycle Casino Drive in Bell Gardens. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a live broadcast from 3 to 6. But when you walk in, I want you to say, double down with Cappy. You go to the Players Reward Desk, and you get your free entry into the tournament, which is going to start at 7 o'clock that night. Remember, it's June 6th. Double down with Cappy is going to get you a free entry into the tournament, which you're going to need to get because I'm telling you, this thing's going to fill up real fast. Live radio, real cards, big prizes, very limited seats. So lock yours in now. RSVP for more information for all the details on the tournament at ESPNLA.com.
Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
This just in, the NFL schedule has dropped, and you know what that means. It's go time. Adam Schefter here with the Insider Tip. If you're trying to catch your team live this season, Vivid Seats is the move. For the best selection of games and seats, it's time to snap your tickets up now. Vivid Seats has great deals on great seats and the only rewards program in the game. It's no wonder they're the official ticketing partner of ESPN. So don't wait. Head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in those game days.
Harry Douglas here. La Quinta by Wyndham is deeply grateful for all our military members, veterans, and their families. We understand the dedication, sacrifice, and hard work that comes with serving our country. As a thank you, we offer 12% off our standard rates, upgraded Wyndham Rewards Gold Status membership, and preferred parking. We want to make your stays as comfortable and rewarding as possible, and we're proud to serve those who serve. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Visit LQ.com to learn more about our special military perks and discounts. Restrictions apply.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Have you ever seen anybody on an airplane vaping?
No, I don't think
I have.
to.
I have actually.
I have, yeah.
In the
So, like,
bathroom.
yeah. Oh, okay. In the bathroom? Because I was on a plane, and they obviously tell you can't smoke, you can't vape, blah blah blah. So there was this girl.
I love how dismissive you are.
Yeah. So there was this girl sitting in the next row from me, and I could see her taking a vape pen and like putting it in her shirt.
Yeah.
And then hitting it, and then blowing the smoke down her sweatshirt. But you could see some of the vape
coming out of her shirt.
Right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't like going to turn her into the flight attendants because all I was thinking was like, how come she's doing that and I can't do it? Right? Can I get? Excuse me. Can I get a hit of that, please?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland. This Friday, your summer plans are coming. Friday, July 11th, of course, we have All-Star Friday night in West Covina. But we're going to have another event. Details coming soon. A private event that you can press the flesh with Mason and Ireland.
Did you say horse or horse?
Keep listening for details. Mason and Ireland continues your Friday on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The horse.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
All right, so it's loose around here, and I probably screwed this up a little bit as we were going to break. John was doing a live read, and then I thought it was over, but it turned out not to be over.
ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Blew my nose with great force there. With great
that's
force.
funny.
Yeah.
Needed to announce yourself.
All right, so John, you found the story about one of the guys that drove in the Indy 500.
Okay, so I have many, many questions about this particular story. So basically, think about an IndyCar driver, and you're driving for 3 or 4 hours. What happens if you have to go to the bathroom?
Right,
So
sure.
this is a guy we're gonna play a cut from a guy named Connor Daly. He had a pretty good day. The Indy 500 was last Sunday. He finished 8th.
That's good.
He was at an award show this week and publicly admitted something that I just don't think you or I would admit, even though we might do it. I just don't think we'd admit it. Here he is.
We had to wait a long time before the race, right? Never in my life have I urinated in my race car until Sunday. I was sitting on the grid, and I was like, this is the best car I've ever been in my whole life. Like, I'm going to have to pee in this thing. I kid you not.
Oh, God.
I legitimately urinated in my race car before the race even started. Before the race even started. People ask me, like, when did you do it? I was like, we didn't even start. We sat in there for 30 minutes.
Was it because you had to go, or was it excitement?
No, I had to go really bad.
Okay, so you meant he peed
He peed
in his race suit.
in the race
Right.
car, yeah.
So here's all the questions I have. You guys tell me what you think.
All right.
Does every race car driver do this?
That's a good question.
He said that he's never in his life peed in a race car, which surprised me. But if you've got a 5-hour race or 4-hour race, and you got to go, it's important to stay hydrated.
Right.
You got to go, right?
Sure. Yeah, you got to go. Now, when
I would imagine most people probably have, right?
I would think when I did my race, I never had to pee myself, but it did go on for a while.
Right.
But no, I don't think I've ever. Have you ever peed yourself?
No. What I'm saying is, do all race
car
drivers?
drivers.
No, I don't think all people
Well, he's the
do.
only guy that's admitting it, right?
If you or I did it, we could just pull over to a gas station and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But you can't in a race.
Sure.
So that was my first question. Secondly, I always just assumed, and maybe this was a dumb assumption, that race car drivers are like astronauts. I thought they wore diapers. Do you think he did? Do you think he was wearing a diaper and just didn't talk about it? Or was this guy just dressed as a regular guy? Brian, what do you think? Did he have a diaper on?
No, I don't think he did. I think he was dressed in regular,
regular race suit?
Yeah.
So I just found
makes it even better.
This little nugget. Race car drivers sometimes urinate in their suits during racing, while some drivers have trained themselves to hold their bladders. Others have admitted to needing to relieve themselves during a race.
Yeah, it just seems like, number one, if I did it, I wouldn't tell anybody. And number two, if I was somebody who had a propensity to do that, I would just wear like Don't they make like adult diapers?
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Um,
By the way, other people have copped to this. Lewis Hamilton says,
very famous driver.
He confessed to needing to do it in Singapore. Denny Hamlin says he did it for the first time in his career after 19 years. So other drivers have done it. He's just basically admitting it.
It doesn't sound like everybody's done it. If he raced 19 years without doing it, then it's got to be an extreme circumstance.
Oh yeah. I don't. I can't imagine even using an adult diaper and doing your thing.
So,
That's such
you know
a
what
weird
I found
concept
interesting
to me.
about the Indy 500? Okay. Mace, I'm going to throw some names at you. You just tell me if you remember these people. Okay. Mario Andretti.
Of course.
AJ Foyt.
Yes.
Rick Mears.
Yep.
Danny Sullivan.
Sure.
Al Unser.
Yes.
Bobby Unser.
Right.
Okay. I just rattled those off the top of my head.
Right.
Okay. Didn't look them up. Didn't prepare your question.
Those were the guys.
Name 2 people that raced in the Indy 500 last week. I cannot do it. I'll tell you
Connor
up front.
Daly.
Okay, he doesn't count.
He's the one that peed
we
himself.
We just played that clip. Can you name 2 drivers? I cannot.
That young Andretti, right? The young Andretti?
They're John,
Andretti,
I think, or somebody.
Andretti
I don't
Jr.?
even know his first name. He was in the race. Brian, can you name 2 IndyCar drivers?
I cannot.
Laura?
No.
What has happened?
Well, I don't watch the Indy. Do you watch the Indy 500?
You and I didn't watch it growing up. We watched it tape delayed on
Right,
Sunday
we watched
nights.
it tape delayed, yeah.
But I just rattled off 7 or 8 drivers, and I think I could come up with a few more. Wasn't Emerson Fittipaldi an IndyCar driver?
Yeah. My favorite driver, weirdly, as a kid, was Pancho Carter. Do you remember Pancho Carter? Yeah.
Who was the one Ashley Judd was married to? Dario Franchitti?
Yeah.
Hideo Castroneves? I think he's still racing.
Yeah.
But why? It's almost like, okay, you and I growing up.
Yep.
All right? I'm just going to throw out names. You tell me if you know who these people are.
Got it.
All right?
Yep.
Arthur Ashe.
Of course.
Andre Agassi.
Yes.
Jimmy Connors.
Yes.
Michael Chang.
Right.
Jim Courier.
Sure.
Name 2 American tennis players right now.
Coco Gauff?
No, men.
Oh, men. No, can't do it.
Me either.
Yeah. Carlos. No, he's not American.
Yeah.
Carlos.
I mean, isn't that
Alcaraz.
weird?
It
that
is.
when you and I were growing up, these were all I think AJ Foyt and Mario Andretti were household names.
Right.
We knew, even though they only raced once a year in a big race. I mean, they were on the IndyCar circuit, but the only time we'd watch them would be for the Indy 500. And I rattled off how many? 7 or 8 of them.
7 or 8, yeah.
And we can't name any now.
So I just looked up.
And then when you and I grew up playing tennis, I didn't even mention McEnroe. McEnroe,
Sure, yeah.
Connors, Michael Chang, all these dudes, Agassi. Pete Sampras I didn't mention.
Oh, yeah.
Where are the American tennis players? What the hell's happened?
Yeah, it's weird. By the way, the Indy 500, biggest rating since 2008, so 17 years. It's the first time on Fox,
Yeah,
I think.
first time ever on Fox.
Yeah, 7 million viewers was the total, but yeah, 17-year high. But yeah, that used to be part of Memorial Day.
Right.
You get to Sunday
and
Memorial Day weekend.
Like David Letterman used to say, we would gather around the radio and listen, because back then, tape delay. I remember talking about tape delay. Talk about how times have changed. I remember people yelling at Jeannie Buss, like furious with her, that they would tape delay the Laker games when I first started as a sideline reporter. And Jeannie would come back and say, guys, one day we'll carry all the games live, but right now our broadcast partners who pay us tons of money say they can't get any ratings if they put a game on at 3:30 in the afternoon. So we've got to delay them so our broadcast partners can get their money back.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I think probably starting with the Olympics, when they started to show the Olympics live all the time,
yes,
everybody said, okay, we'll adjust to the game time,
right,
instead of you adjusting the game time to us.
What year do you think that started? What year do you think the Lakers went
I
to
know
all
when
live
when I
broadcasts?
started as the sideline guy in 2002, we tape delayed. I think it was about 2008 or 9 until we started doing everything
Wow,
live.
that's so hard to believe.
But I mean, when you and I started on the radio in Los Angeles, it was all tape delayed.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing that I think fast track,
including Lee Hamilton.
yeah, And I think why they fast-tracked it, too.
Yep.
Think about it. The internet.
Yeah.
When the internet came along, you and I could find out the score of any game in real time.
And we wouldn't go back. I would not go back and watch a game that I already knew the result to.
And that's when people would say, okay, it's not worth waiting around for the tape delay.
Exactly.
Kids, it used to be a different world.
Yep. I wasn't around for it, but Ireland was. All right, coming up next for you. What's up, fool? Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, let me tell you about Jacob Bramrani, my buddy Jacob. I actually just had a friend I put in touch with Jacob last weekend. He was in an Uber accident, pretty serious Uber accident. And the first thing Jacob did when he got him on the phone was, I'm going to deal with the insurance company. He talked to the insurance company. He got him doctor's appointments. He got him to the body shop. He got the rental car, all that stuff, and he's going to get the settlement that he deserves.
Hey, can I interrupt you for a second to talk about why you should go to Jacob?
Yeah,
but you said he talks to the insurance company. That's so you don't talk to the insurance company. If you talk to the insurance company, they'll use that conversation against you. That's why you should let Jacob do it.
And
that's it.
And it potentially is going to screw up your case. Do not stress. If this weekend you have a mishap, we hope it doesn't happen, but if you have a traffic accident, you want Jacob Bramrani. When you call, you want one who is respected. Jacob is the real deal. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And Jacob, a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And make sure you're following him on Instagram and Facebook. Go to @call.jacob for great prizes, insight, and more. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This is Do or Die.
This is the main event.
Some call it the biggest match in LAFC history.
LAFC taking on Club America.
The Black and Gold take on Club America in the ultimate showdown, the FIFA Club World Cup play-in match.
There'll be nothing remotely friendly about this one.
Only one club punches their ticket to this summer's FIFA Club World Cup, and the other goes home. Catch every second of this high-stakes clash. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app and on 710 after NBA playoffs.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GAR-001292. GAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed over 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. At BetterHelp, they have over 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We're all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, JOEQ, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, Mace, this one goes specifically for you.
Does it involve a frog in boiling water?
No, that one's later.
Okay.
But yes, no. This is Dodgers-Yankees.
All right,
you
let's
will
roll.
be there.
Yeah.
You will be there tomorrow,
Yeah,
correct?
I will.
Okay, so Dodger Believe hosted this, and they shared a few items that will be available for the Yankees-Dodgers series.
Okay.
The first one is a frozen cocktail bat. It looks pretty cool, and it says "Not Like Us" on it.
Oh, nice. What's the cocktail?
I don't know, but
Okay.
it's probably like some sort of alcoholic cocktail.
I assume.
And the other one is a Parmesan chicken sandwich.
Nice.
A torpedo sausage, also comes with fries.
Okay.
A cannoli milkshake.
Oh, interesting.
They also have a beer bat, and it has the LA versus New York logo on it.
And it's just a big bat of beer.
Yes, and the last one is a pinstripe cocktail. So it's like a little
For
baseball.
Yankee fans.
Yep.
All right, of all the things
Which
that,
one would you spend your money on?
well, of all the things that jumped out at me that you just read, and you
Mhm.
almost like poo-pooed it, like you ran right by it. Who in the world would want a cannoli?
Oh, I actually would. I
milkshake?
love
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
gross.
love the
It's
flavor.
good.
Do you
It sounds
not,
awful.
Wait a minute. Do you
I'm
not
with
love
John.
the flavor of what the cream that's in a cannoli? It's
No.
delicious.
Oh, I love it.
No.
Yeah,
So
see,
good.
me and Brian are on
I'm
that.
on that one,
Ugh.
yeah.
I'm in on that too.
I'm a weird fat girl. I don't like sweets.
Beer bat. Who's getting the beer bat?
I want the not like
the
us.
cannoli.
Yeah, the beer bat.
Yeah, well, you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, so
I
that
am.
would, that
I
not
want
like
the
us
Not
would be
Like
good
Us.
for you.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what I
I
think.
actually a couple of those sounded good. Not ridiculous. Like a chicken parm sandwich is good.
It does look good too.
Sausage sandwich I can live with. It's when they start putting donuts and hot dogs together with chocolate sauce and bacon and all. That's just ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, I don't do the chocolate covered bacon stuff.
Yeah,
No.
What's up, fool?
So the SEC came out yesterday and redefined their fine system for rushing the field and rushing the court.
Oh, okay, good.
And, try to deter people from doing it. So they used to have an escalating system, $100,000 for your first fine, and it would go up, so on, so on. So now they're doing $500,000 flat rate.
Every
First
time.
Every time. But, my question here is, as a student and as somebody who goes to the schools, those kids are still going to rush the field, right? Because they don't care that the school is getting fined $500,000.
Well, I think it's incumbent on the school and their security and guys on horses and stuff to try to keep it from happening to save the school $500,000. But I don't think if I'm a freshman history major, I give a damn.
Let me tell you something. Whenever they put stories out like this, if they want to stop people from rushing the field, they can do it. All you got to do is increase security and not let people run on the field. If you're a cheapskate and you don't want to increase security and all the kids are going to run on the field, then you got to pay the
Cha-ching,
fine.
yeah.
So this has nothing to do with the students or the fans. To your point, Brian, it has everything to do with the school. If you want to stop it, you can. This is like fighting in hockey.
Right.
You, Mace, have said many times you've been to Olympic hockey games where there is zero fighting.
No fighting.
Because if you get in a fight, you're out for the next game.
Yeah.
The NHL just decided our fans like fighting. We're not going to legislate it
Yeah,
out.
sure.
You can legislate this out by just increasing
Right,
security.
and by the way, they are going to, if you're smart as a school and you don't want to pay $500,000 of fine, then you will increase security, right? I mean, you've got no choice because it's going to cost you $500,000 if it happens. So I would imagine everybody's going to beef up their security to save money for the school.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, I haven't been to Benihana in a long time.
I was there last month.
Love
Okay.
Benihana.
Well, then you guys are going to love this because they always say it's not just a meal, you get an experience.
Yes.
But now they're doing something a little bit different. They're saying that if you go for their power lunch, so this is for lunch only, and you tell the host, hey, I'm here for the power lunch, if you don't get your meal within 45 minutes or less, the meal is on them. So you get a free meal if they make it in 40
Well, wait a minute. 45 minutes is a long time.
That's what I said.
You got 45
Although
minutes.
what makes it interesting is like when I was in Benihana last month, in our party there were 5 people.
Yeah.
It was me, Jack, Lisa, my mom,
Right.
and Peter, her boyfriend. We all 5 of us went. So we had to wait until they filled the other 4 seats.
I got you.
So what they can't do, Laura, with this lunch thing is if we all walk in, if the 4 of us all walk in, and they can't wait to fill the other
No.
side of the
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
They're just going to have
So
to go.
they're probably, that's why they're saying you need to tell the host you're there for the power lunch. So they're just sitting people
Right.
like, let's just go.
But I'm not leaving Benihana without an onion volcano, right? I mean, you got to have the onion, and I need that guy to flip a shrimp into my mouth,
Yeah,
too.
Oh, my God.
I will
Flip
say,
a shrimp
I'll say this about
and make an
Benihana.
onion volcano.
One of the few restaurants that exists that I think I could eat every day.
Really?
It's really good.
Yeah, because think about it. They have chicken, fish,
true.
steak, vegetables. You can get soup. You can get salad.
Yeah.
You can get dessert. It's great.
Yeah, there's
I didn't
one
think about
still
that.
in Santa Monica. Where's yours?
The one I went to was in Torrance.
Torrance. Yeah, so they're still
There's
around.
a few. There's a few.
There's still one in Beverly Hills.
Benihana was my prom date. We went to Benihana. It was a
Aw.
big show. Me and Emily, then the volcano and all that
That's
stuff. It was
cute.
very cool.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's a good first date spot because they put on a show.
Yeah, it's a show.
And so if you have nothing in common with your date or you guys aren't hitting it off, you just watch the show. It's like
Yep.
going to a movie.
But I do like the headline. It's like, popular chain gives you a free meal if you don't get it in minutes. I'm like, 45 minutes is a long time.
45 minutes is a long time to wait for a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine they're not going to end up paying that off
Check
very
the
much.
clock a little bit there.
What's up, Foo?
So we have a revival of the old Pros versus Joes series.
Oh,
kind of,
good, good.
Mr. Beast on his YouTube channel is coming out with a Pros versus Amateur style. And he's got some pretty big names already signed up here. So Giannis, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Serena Williams, Aaron Judge. So it's kind of the same aspect as the Pros versus Joes, where you kind of compete with them in a thing in their own sport. If the athletes win, then that money gets donated to charity, and if the average Joe wins, they get that money. My question here, though, is these athletes that are in it, they're really in a no-win scenario, right? Because if they lose to this average Joe, like, what are you doing? But if they win, this is
Of
what
course
you do.
you were supposed to win, yeah.
Right? Like, how is it fair for them here?
I applaud them for doing it. Matter of fact, in the original Pros versus Joes, wasn't Petros one of the hosts? I think he was.
Might have been. Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
And so Mr. Beast is the host.
Yeah, he's the host. He's like producing the whole thing. All the money's backed by him and all that stuff.
Yeah, I applaud those athletes for doing it. It's you give the average fan a chance to compete at the highest level, and I hope they don't. I hope they don't tank. I hope the athletes go hard.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely Mr. Beast is definitely a thing. I mean, he's got so much money and such a big following, and I think he got $100 million from Amazon to do a reality show. I mean, all this stuff. He's got an enormous following, so I'm sure this will work. And getting those athletes, I think, is a really big deal.
To that point, too, John, where you said, you hope these athletes don't tank and all that stuff. The first video was out it was a guy, a kicking contest with Neymar.
Okay.
And he actually beat Neymar.
No,
and it
really?
Was, so that's sort of a point. And Neymar the whole time just seems like,
You didn't really. Well, then
didn't really care, kind of
it won't work if the athletes tank
If
it.
they're not competitive.
Yeah, they've got to try. Then it's worth watching.
All right, there you have it. There is our What's Up, Fool. Coming up next for you, will Inside the NBA be a different show when it comes to ESPN? Plus, we got your pitching matchups for Yankees-Dodgers this weekend. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you ever been hacked? I have. It's the worst. You lose all your files, all your data. You can lose money. I did. That's why if you own a business, you need to use Thrive, the leading managed security service provider in the United States. It all starts with a comprehensive Thrive cyber risk assessment. Their security analysts identify gaps and offer solutions to keep your network healthy and protected. I'm going to give you this website a few times. thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. Again, that's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. This is how you keep from getting hacked. If you own a company, you need to protect your data. 1/3 of businesses will unwittingly turn over their sensitive company data to thieves this year. Don't be one of the losers. Be one of the people that's protected. There's a reason Thrive is the leading managed security service provider in the country. Go to that website and take care of your business today. ThriveNextGen.com/ESPN. ThriveNextGen.com/ESPN. Protect your business today with Thrive.
The road to glory runs through Los Angeles, and ESPN LA is teaming up with Michelob Ultra for an epic FIFA Club World Cup watch party you won't want to miss. Join us this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar in LA Live as two powerhouse clubs face off for a shot at the world stage. This Saturday, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to get there early so you can get your spot. Catch every second on dozens of screens, enjoy giveaways, and sip on ice-cold Ultras. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. And, of course, 710 ESPN. We'll see you this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live.
Hey, it's Cap. Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. Not with Seller's Advantage. You can skip the agents, commissions, and costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs and agent fees, you could have already sold your home for a fair, competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor," end quote. Thank you, Chris. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Are you looking for a trusted roofing expert in Southern California? Journey Builders has you covered. This is Mike Trudell from ESPN LA. Journey Builders specializes in quality roof replacements for homes around the Southland. They'll ensure that your roof stands strong. ESPN LA listeners who call in today to book their free same-day inspection get $5,500 off their roof replacement. Journey Builders also offers financing. Call 888-607-8808 today. That's 888-607-8808, or go to journeybuildersinc.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason in Ireland, your Friday afternoon. As I like to say, be proud. Especially heading into the weekend that you're a P1 of the Hall of Famers, the longest-running duo in talk radio history in Los Angeles. How about that?
Do you know they're getting rid of the penny?
Mason in Ireland continues. Your Friday afternoon on 710 ESPN and always on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just so random. Do you know they're getting rid of the penny? Just in the middle of that promo. Yeah.
He liked it.
I guess so. Hey, want to be part of the first ever Cappy Blackjack Tournament? It's happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. Going to be a party, RSVP now at ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy and the cash. You can be there for the Cappy Blackjack Tournament. Go to ESPNLA.com right now. So Dodgers-Yankees this weekend. Here's your pitching matchups. Tonight, Max Fried, who's been just electric for the Yankees, versus Tony Gonsolin, who's been okay with us. Tomorrow, Will Warren versus Landon Knack. Knack Day. Nobody says Knack Day.
I don't think so.
No. And then Sundays, Yamamoto versus Ryan Yarborough, who was lefty who pitched for the Dodgers not long ago. So those are your pitching matchups for this weekend. I get to go tomorrow. Brian, you getting to go to any of the games?
No, still looking to go on Saturday, though.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow? It's Knack Day.
No one Yamamoto Sunday, though. Might push it a little bit, honestly.
I know, that's true. Yeah, Yamamoto on Sunday. I've not seen him pitch in person. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the TNT show that everybody loves, Inside the NBA, is going to have its last show either tomorrow or I guess on Monday. And as everybody knows, most people know, Inside the NBA is coming to ESPN for next year. And we actually had this conversation yesterday about what will change, what will be different, all that kind of stuff. And John, your take on that is, what's your take on that?
I'm worried that the rules that we play by at ESPN will crimp Is that a word?
Yeah, it is. It's a good word.
The style
Yes.
of TNT. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I just looked this up.
Yep.
In 2008,
Yep.
Charles Barkley got a DUI. And when he got pulled over and got the DUI, he admitted to the officers that he was driving around the corner to pick up a prostitute. Okay?
Oh, that's what he said?
He said,
So he was drunk
I hooked
and,
up with her last week. It was unbelievable. I'm going back to meet her.
So drunk and hooking up with a prostitute, okay.
Right there.
Yep.
Just based on that, he's fired at ESPN. Paul Pierce was fired at ESPN
For smoking weed on camera.
right with some girls.
Yes,
and,
but I think it was the weed was the problem.
right. Shaq, as we've Kenny Smith has told us, has a hookah lounge in the studio.
Sure.
The TNT show, and the reason why I think is the greatest pre or post game show ever assembled, is they don't play by anyone else's rules.
Right.
They play by their own rules. And the problem when you work for a big company like ESPN,
Although they're not working for ESPN.
right, but they're going to air on ESPN.
Air on ESPN, yeah.
Do you remember how long the ESPN Barstool
Oh,
arrangement
that was
lasted?
just a ridiculous show, ridiculous concept.
Right, but Jimmy Pitaro approved it.
It was not the right thing.
Killed it after 1 week.
Killed it after 1 week, yeah.
So if
that was an ESPN show. This is a TNT show.
If the TNT guys kind of go off the deep end like the Barstool guys tend to do, are they going to blow it up? Shaquille O'Neal said last night on the air that they're not changing their show for anybody. And as a matter of fact, if you try and put other people in their seats, they're coming for them. Here's Shaq.
There's always saying when something passes away, something is reborn. And yes, it is the ending of the Inside the NBA on TNT, but it's the new beginning for us. I'm glad we're still together on whatever network we go to. And whatever network we come into, we bring in the pain. Just letting you know right now. Okay, I know everybody's sad that, it ain't going to be the show. The show is still here, baby. You can never kill the four horsemen. We coming. And we coming to take spots. We coming to kick ass. And we coming to take names.
Take names!
And we doing it our way.
Hey, I love it.
So,
Let's go play. Get ready to go right now.
All the sadness about that show, we coming with a whole brand new show, and we don't care who in our way. We coming to kick ass and take names.
All right. Will ESPN let them kick ass and take names?
We're going to find out.
I'm glad that they're sticking to their guns.
Yeah, they should.
I hope.
And they should leave them alone.
Yep. I hope that ESPN realizes, and you brought up a reason why earlier that it might work. McAfee.
Yeah.
McAfee had this kind of wild NC-17 rated show. It airs every day on ESPN.
Yep.
And there used to be a guy in charge of all ESPN who was the type of guy who would hand down these edicts, suspend people, fire people, anybody that walked over the line. And McAfee went on the air and went, this MFer who's running ESPN thinks he's gonna manage me.
Yeah.
And now that guy's out.
Right.
The old executive.
Yeah.
So I think there may be a new attitude that will allow inside the NBA to continue to be inside the NBA. At least I hope so.
Because isn't this new thing, ESPN, I mean, at least on this two shows, McAfee and Inside the NBA, they're not the producers of it.
Correct.
They're just a licensee.
It's the same thing with Manningcast.
Oh, really? They own Manningcast?
Peyton and Eli own it.
Ah, interesting.
So if Peyton and Eli can't be fired, if they decide they don't want to air the Manningcast anymore, they can take it to Amazon the next day.
Right.
And by the way, I hope ESPN's smart enough to know that if Shaq or Charles gets into trouble off the air, like Charles did in 2008, and you fire him or you suspend him, they'll take that show somewhere else because of what you said.
Right. Now, let's go back and talk about this a little. So it was drunk driving involving a prostitute.
Right.
What happens to anybody in that? If a college football coach, if a college basketball coach, if an NFL coach, they're all probably in serious trouble or fired. Prostitutes and drunk driving, when those two things go together, I think it's unbelievably problematic.
For me or you, 100% yes.
Yeah.
For Charles Barkley, no.
Well, by the way, Charles Barkley can probably get away with most anything.
Charles Barkley once threw a guy through a window in a bar, and when the guy sued him, Charles said, "Bring it on."
Right.
And defended himself in court.
But it has been, how long? Charles has settled down a little bit. It's been...
We would hope. He's 62 now.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah.
He's still not driving around loaded.
But my point is this, that the reason that show has been so good is they don't play by other people's rules.
Right.
ESPN is all about the rules. Why do you think that ESPN has never had a good NBA pre or post game?
I personally,
they keep changing it because anybody that rocks the boat is out.
Personally,
they
I
brought
like
in Bill Simmons. They didn't like what he said.
I
They got
like
rid of him.
Stephen A. and I like Kendrick, and I don't actually. It's certainly not as wild and entertaining as Inside the NBA, but I think the ESPN opening game
moving in the right direction.
Right, moving
I
right.
agree with
Stephen A., Kendrick Perkins. They got guys shooting their mouth off.
These four guys,
right?
Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, Charles, have to steal a line from the Taken movies, have a very specific set of skills. Like, I'll give you an example. Last month, in the middle of a pregame show, Shaq ran off the set because he had to go to the bathroom.
Right.
They not only made fun of him,
they put a porta potty in
there. They put an outhouse in the studio for the next day.
Right.
At ESPN, if he ran off to go to the bathroom, they probably suspend him for the next show.
Right. But again, he's not working for ESPN.
Right.
It just airs on ESPN.
Right.
They're not even leaving Atlanta in this case. I hope they just let him loose, but I generally,
based on what Shaq just said, they're looking for a fight.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
they're looking for ESPN to come and say, "Hey, you can't do that."
Right.
And they'll go, "Really, watch me."
Yep.
And I hope when they do that ESPN lets them do it.
All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do a little LAFC. Mario Ruiz is hanging around here. We'll do that. Plus, one of the great mysteries in the history of the world.
In the history of
the
the
history
world.
of the world. Yeah, this one, it's better than the frog one that I told earlier. Although everybody does, on Twitter, everybody knows the frog. Yeah.
Is it how Lyle Lovett got Julia Roberts
no,
to
but
marry him?
that's a very good question.
Okay. So
very
it's something
good question.
other than that.
Something bigger than that.
Okay.
So we'll do that coming up next. And Mario's going to stop in. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about BetterHelp. You know, everybody is better with therapy. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I have early in my life, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I was having trouble, anxiety and depression and all that stuff. And I found a really good psychologist to work with. And it's made a huge difference in my life. If you are struggling for any reason with your mental health, there is somebody that is just the click of a button away. BetterHelp has got 35,000 therapists, and it's the world's largest online platform for therapy. Convenient. You join a session by just, as I said, clicking a button. You can help fit therapy into your busy life. Switch therapists if it's not working for you. I'm telling you, this platform is amazing and an opportunity for you to be proactive about your mental health. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This is Do or Die.
This is the main event.
Some call it the biggest match in LAFC history.
LAFC taking on Club America.
The Black and Gold take on Club America in the ultimate showdown, the FIFA Club World Cup play-in match.
There'll be nothing remotely friendly about this one.
Only one club punches their ticket to this summer's FIFA Club World Cup, and the other goes home. Catch every second of this high-stakes clash. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app and on 710 after NBA playoffs.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, The first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The road to glory runs through Los Angeles, and ESPN LA is teaming up with Michelob Ultra for an epic FIFA Club World Cup watch party you won't want to miss. Join us this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar in LA Live as 2 powerhouse clubs face off for a shot at the world stage. This Saturday, kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to get there early so you can get your spot. Catch every second on dozens of screens, enjoy giveaways, and sip on ice-cold Ultras. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. And, of course, 710 ESPN. We'll see you this Saturday at Tom's Watch Bar at LA Live. And it is Mason and Ireland. This Friday, you know your summer plans are coming. Friday, July 11th, of course, we have All-Star Friday night in West Covina. But you know we're going to have another event. Details coming soon. A private event that you can press the flesh with Mason and Ireland.
Did you say horse or horse?
Keep listening for details. Mason and Ireland continues your Friday on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The horse.
1, 2, 3, go.
LAFC big match
Come on,
tomorrow.
rookie, turn on your
Yeah, I
microphone.
know. I've
Let's
been
go,
doing this
let's
for
go.
a couple of years
Hey,
now.
have you heard my new song? This is my new song right here.
Oh, okay.
It's called Una Noche Más. So one more night.
Is that you? I do know that
It's
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. This is a bachata style song.
Meaning?
You know how to dance bachata? It's a style of dance.
No, you know how?
Not really. I'm not.
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
I can sing it. I can write a song. You know, Laura?
Of course I do.
How's it
man.
go?
I love
Show
bachata.
us. Show us.
Okay, so it's like a little two-step. So it's like dun dun hip hop dun dun dun. But
Oh,
it's very
so
sexual.
Bachacha's.
It's very sensual.
Oh,
Oh,
sensual,
no,
not
it's sexual. It's sexual.
Everything's sexual with you, Laura.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You immediately go there, Laura.
No.
Immediately go there.
If you dance it right, it is.
She likes the song, so everybody else should go like the song too. Go
Mario,
check it
your
out.
music,
Clean,
your
man.
music
Thank
is
you, thank you.
terrific.
Thank you.
Where can people find all of you? Is there a spot where you can get all your music?
All my music is on all the platforms.
All the platforms.
It's on YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music.
Nice.
Spotify, MySpace.
You're in MySpace.
No, I'm
wow,
not on
you're going
MySpace.
old school.
I don't think anybody's on MySpace
No, I think
anymore.
nobody's left.
No.
So tomorrow, big match. Describe what is going to happen tomorrow at BMO.
A lot of people are saying the biggest match in LAFC club history. And I
Who are
just
they
came
playing?
back. They're playing against Club America.
Okay.
Mexican powerhouse, giant club, Club America. Actually, out of all the sporting, the fan bases here in LA, I think Club America is up there. It's Lakers, Dodgers, Club America.
Really?
Chivas de Guadalajara, and then all the other teams. That's how big.
This will probably sell out.
It's already sold out.
It's already sold out.
And
Okay.
there was a preseason match between these two teams at BMO Stadium.
won?
The atmosphere was amazing. It
Yeah.
was a preseason match, but it got chippy. It wasn't very friendly. LAFC won 2-1. Now, it was a preseason match.
Yep.
There was rotation in the game, but it got chippy. And that was just a little preview of the atmosphere on the pitch and in the stands.
So there's a lot of money up for grabs here too, right?
$10 million goes to the winner. That's a big chunk of money.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a big prize there. But also, they're playing for that final spot in the FIFA Club World Cup, which is huge. That has all the biggest clubs from around the world. They're in that tournament. LAFC, if they want to be one of the biggest clubs in the world to get into that mix, they need to be into national tournaments like this one.
So this is not an MLS game.
Not an MLS game. Pause on MLS right now. The focus is on this FIFA Club World Cup play-in game, which is a rare opportunity.
If they win, what happens? If
they win,
LAFC wins, what happens?
They're in. Loser is out. That's it. If you win, it's like winning a final. There's going to be a celebration. It's going to be amazing. I was just at the training facility just right now. I'm just calming down from the atmosphere there. Just by the looks of the media that was there, this is as big as a final. This is as big as year one of LAFC.
Who is favored, or in your opinion, should be favored?
LAFC is slightly favored just because they are at BMO Stadium.
Right.
Now, it's kind of a home game because...
But the Mexican fans will show up for their team,
They
too,
will
right?
show up, and they've showed up to the hotel last night and greeted their Club America, and it was just thousands of people there greeting their team. But what I was going to say...
Are we carrying this game?
Are we carrying this game? Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We're carrying this game, 7 o'clock pregame on the app.
Okay.
On 7:10, the NBA game is going on.
Oh,
game
okay,
6.
got it.
So as soon as that game is over, LAFC Club America will be on there.
By the way, this is another reason why you guys should all get the app. It's free. The ESPN LA
I love
app.
listening on the app.
It's
so
really
crystal
clean.
clear. It's on the phone.
You know what
you
I've
get
got-
out of the car, you can still have it on your phone.
Okay, you know what
I
else?
mean?
You know what else is great about the app, Mace? Have you noticed that when you're driving here and you go into the parking garage,
Oh,
you
it keeps
lose
going.
the signal. But if you
Yeah.
listen on the app,
Yeah.
you can hear it anywhere. So now
Take
I
it
just,
wherever you go.
Yeah, now I just
Yeah.
listen on the app. The
Although,
whole
can
time.
I make a stand for AM radio? I still love that scratchy AM radio
When
sound.
Siciliano was in here in the 12 o'clock. Mario's here. Mario was our old board op.
That's
Siciliano's
right.
here.
Everybody's
It's like we
here.
got a time machine today.
Oh, yeah.
Siciliano said he just bought a car, and it's an electric car. I think he said it was a Mustang.
Yeah.
And it has AM radio in
Yeah.
it. So
Really?
maybe it's coming back around.
Wow, I listen to TuneIn.
Yeah,
'cause
he
there's no
said
AM in
he
mine.
says tune in the app. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys are all over it, man. You, Dave Denholm, you're killing it.
Yeah, we try. We try to cover. I mean, it's a big game. It's a massive game for LAFC. It's like I said, it's probably the biggest game in LAFC history. I was talking to the players. They said the same thing as well.
So
Just
this
because
is bigger than when they played Philadelphia in the final.
This is right there. This
Is
is
it really?
right
Wow.
there. Yeah, just because the stakes are so high to get into that tournament. Then you're on the world stage, and you got guys like
So if you get
Nathan
is
Ordaz.
the tournament single elimination when they get in, or
When
is
you
it-
get in, you're into the group stage. It's just
Okay.
like the World
So
Cup.
they'll play more than one game if they get. That's why this game's so important.
If they get in, they're in the Group D, which has Chelsea, Flamengo, who's the biggest team in Brazil.
Chelsea from the English Premier League.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the type of teams that are in
Okay.
this type of tournament. So
Got
they'd
it.
be in that group, and top 2 teams come out of the group. So LAFC, if they were into that group, they would have a good chance of coming out and getting
Right.
into the knockout stages. And now the knockout stages, those games are played very carefully.
Right.
Nobody wants to make a mistake. It's all about who does make a mistake. It's about a loose ball in the box, maybe
Yep.
a deflection, and then that's it. The game is a wrap.
So Carlos Vela is retired.
Yeah.
What's his legacy?
His legacy is the man who started LAFC.
Yeah.
There couldn't be a more perfect person to start LAFC. He had many, many different choices. He could have went anywhere. He chose to come to LAFC.
Okay, with him,
and he promised and just over-delivered on
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, with him for the last 10 years, anytime I've asked you who's the best player on LAFC, it's Vela. Has been
Vela,
the
yeah,
answer.
and it's going to be hard to surpass Vela. Anybody who
Right.
comes here, it's going to be
So
hard
what's
to
the
surpass
answer
that.
to that question this season? Is there a clear best player on LAFC? Or is
Denis
it-
Bouanga's been the best player, and Denis Bouanga is hot right now. 8 goals in the last 8 games. LAFC is unbeaten in the last 8 games, so LAFC is rolling right into this game where Club America just came out of their Liga MX final and lost on Sunday. So they're coming in on a little bit of short rest.
Okay.
Coming off a loss.
Yeah.
LAFC's rolling.
Boy, you are an ace pro broadcaster, man. You're killing it.
We
you, my man.
remember
Thank you, my
when,
man.
Mario, you know,
Yeah.
you know what I miss most of all? Mario used to do. Mario was our board op
Yep.
when I got the Laker job. So like 2011, 2012, when I switched from the sideline reporter to the thing.
I remember that, yeah.
And Mario used to do, I still have a CD you gave me. after every Laker game, he would mix my calls with a song that described the game.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
those
I
worked
have-
out so well.
And I have like 40 of them. And
Your
when
calls were
And
amazing.
when Mario graduated to bigger and better things, we stopped doing that.
Yeah.
So Brian, I may give you the CD so you can listen to it and have you try and recreate.
And you guys were
songs,
talking
'cause
about
they were
Andrew
awesome.
Siciliano,
Yeah.
because he was there back in the day too. And I saw him at UCLA tailgate probably like years after he worked here.
Right.
And he was like, "Come on, man! Like, what are you doing? You got to be stepping it up." And he like really pushed
So he
me.
encouraged you.
He
That's
encouraged
good,
me.
man.
Yeah.
He saw something in
Yeah,
me.
he's
He's
great.
like, "You got to do big things, man."
And look
Yeah.
at you now.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
you're killing
I'm trying.
it, man.
How old is Gio?
Gio is 10.
Because Gio was born right when you left us, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. You're right.
And now Gio's already 10. God, we're old.
Yeah.
Go check out the LAFC Plus podcast. That lives on the LAFC YouTube page and everywhere you can find your podcast, LAFC Plus, everything you need to know about LAFC, plus all the news around the league as well. So it's
Cool.
not just LAFC.
Great
right,
stuff.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Check out
fun-
the game tomorrow.
Have fun tomorrow.
ESPN LA app, 7 p.m. with the pregame.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Mario Ruiz there. Coming up next for
Hey,
you.
can
I just say greatest mystery in the history of the world?
Okay, that, and I want to hit you with an ethical question that I don't know the answer to.
I have high ethics.
Okay, let's find out.
All right, we will do that coming up next. In the meantime, I love my car. I love my Hyundai Elantra. I test drove all the Hyundais. I test drove the Sonata, the Ioniq 6, which is amazing if you want to look at an EV. If you want to go SUV, you got the Santa Fe. Hyundai gives you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include, and I've got this stuff, the class exclusive digital key. I've also got the remote smart parking assist, which I use all the time. And because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, every Hyundai also comes complete with America's best warranty, a 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. It's time for you to take a test drive of your favorite Hyundai today, only at your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? The first ever Cappy $10,000 blackjack tournament. Jack is happening Friday, June 6th at Park West Bicycle Casino in the city of Bell Gardens. We're going to be broadcasting live that Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. And then at 7 o'clock, you can win cash and play blackjack with Cappy. Let's do it. Sign up right now at ESPNLA.com. ESPNLA.com. Click the picture of Cappy holding cash for you, sucker.
Do you know a high school senior who's a leader, scholar, and an athlete? Nominate them for the ESPN LA All-Star Student presented by Rotolo Chevrolet. 5 winners, $500 scholarships, VIP treatment at our All-Star Friday event. Nominate your All-Star Student today at ESPNLA.com. That's ESPNLA.com. Thanks to Rotolo Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the West region in California for the past 13 years in a row. Come see what the fun is all about.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3. You're home for real Dodgers talk and super hot takes.
All right, so ready for super hot take?
Oh, that's
super hot take.
Super hot take for promo.
Okay. Ready? Ireland?
Yeah. More of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN and always on YouTube.
Obviously,
at ESPN Los Angeles.
The take is not there, but it was a smoking hot. Do you remember it? It was like blisteringly hot, that take.
Was it the Mookie Betts take?
Yeah, it was the Mookie Betts take.
Yeah.
It was
warm.
really
It was warm.
super hot.
Not
Super
not
hot.
frog boiling water.
No.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Well, I beat the drum and hold the
Big weekend at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers-Yankees, a rematch of last year's World Series. I had a friend text me and say, can you lay off that whole fifth inning from the World Series thing last year?
No!
And I said,
Hernandez gets to the bag before the throw. He does. On a routine play, Aaron Judge just flubs it in center field. And the Dodgers catch a huge break right there.
doggone it, drop the ball. Shoot. So disappointing.
You dropped the bomb on me.
And we win the World Series. All right, so, John, the greatest mystery in the history of the world.
Is
you ready?
what?
When you buy hot dogs,
okay,
how many are in the package?
12.
10.
Really?
Yeah, 10.
It's 10.
When you buy buns, how many are in the package?
8.
8. So you get 10 hot dogs for 8 buns. Why did they construct it this way? You need 2 more buns. You just need to add a bun part to the 4-bun level, and you get 10 buns, and that would be perfect for hot dogs.
And it makes you buy 2 packages of buns, and then you have leftover buns.
And then you got nothing afterwards. So do you know why they do this? By the way, I do not. Do you know why they do it?
I don't.
Well, isn't that a huge mistake?
It seems to be a bait and switch.
Don't you think that's the greatest mystery in the history of the world?
I think it's in the running,
Yes,
actually.
exactly.
I would love to poo-poo you.
Brian, any ideas? Why do we get 10 hot dogs and 8 buns?
It's so you could do the double dog.
Oh,
That's what they want you to double
it's a
dog.
double
yeah,
dog.
come on now.
No.
Yeah.
Laura, what about you? 10 hot dogs, 8 buns. Why?
Because you now got to buy another extra buns. So
And then you're wasting those other buns.
Not if you double dog, I'm telling you.
Double dog, says Brian. Double dog. All right, you had an ethical question for
I
me.
do, for all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So the lead story, right now, if you guys all go to ESPN.com,
Okay.
the lead story on the website is that Zion Williamson, the basketball player, has been sued over allegations of rape and years of abuse. And I read the story, and it's a lawsuit, but there are no criminal charges, at least not yet. So why is this being reported is my question. For example, Laura could, if she wanted to, come out and say, I did a bunch of stuff to her. I didn't, but she could accuse me of it if she wanted to, and says, I'm filing a civil suit against John Ireland for attacking me or, for whatever, all this stuff that the accuser for Zion's doing. There are no criminal charges against me.
Right.
But if it became the lead story anywhere, I'm out here. I'm fired.
Right. So let me ask you this. So a lawsuit, a civil suit, as you pointed out.
Right. 12-page civil complaint.
Is submitted to Los Angeles Superior Court yesterday.
And obtained by ESPN.
If you're a reporter, any reporter.
Right.
Do you not report that?
I
Do you
mean,
not report
that's
that
my
there's a big case against Zion Williamson?
That's my dilemma.
Yeah.
It's an accusation. It's not a criminal charge.
Well, that's not uncommon that it's civil case versus criminal case.
Correct.
The authorities can not
But
charge
for
him.
example, in the case of OJ,
Yeah.
criminal case first.
And then civil case.
Then civil case.
That's.
I personally, and I don't know if Zion did this stuff or not. I don't know Zion. I have no dog in this fight. I personally, if I ran a news organization, would not report allegations without a criminal charge.
Mm-hmm.
Am I naive?
Yeah, you are. I mean, I
anybody-
just Googled Zion Williamson, and about 1 million stories come up.
Right. So anybody
Approximately
could
1 million.
accuse me or you of anything, even if we didn't do it.
Right.
And it gets reported, and that's it. We can't put the toothpaste back in the tube,
Well,
and
here's the
you and
thing.
I are done.
Is Zion Williamson done? No.
No, but this severely hampers his opportunities moving forward. He's not going to get any endorsements. He's not. He may already. I mean, he's in a situation where they were talking about trading him. This is going to torpedo his trade value.
Right.
And if Zion did these things, I think he should be taken to
Sure.
court. But until there are criminal charges, I'll give you an example. There was a story that came out accusing someone locally here of something that happened in the 80s. I'm not going to say who it was.
Right.
Because to this point, there have been no criminal charges.
Right.
But everybody reported it.
Sure.
We just elected not to
What
talk
happened to
about
the
it.
civil case?
It's still going on.
Still from the 80s?
I'll tell you about it off the air. But yeah, the accusation is very much alive.
So it's like 30 years old?
Correct.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it was
Oh, I think I know what
1987.
I know what you're talking
It's someone
about.
we
Yeah.
know.
I know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
But you and I elected, you know what? Until there are criminal
Right.
charges, we're not going to talk about it. Now, once there are, we probably will talk about it.
Now, in fairness,
but there are not any yet.
In fairness, we were not going. I mean, this wasn't our lead story by any stretch
But
of the
it's
imagination.
the lead story on ESPN.com right now.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Right.
Why?
Because there are
Because he's a big name.
Yeah, and because there are. Any salacious case gets picked up by the media.
Even if it's a civil case with
Yes.
zero criminal charges.
Salacious. I mean, people are looking. The very first story, this was broken apparently in the New York Post. Big story in the New York Post.
The always
Go figure.
reputable New York
Yeah,
Post.
go figure. But I think
it
that
just seems to me that we need to have a conversation in this world about what's appropriate to report and what isn't. And I think once we start reporting accusations,
which, by the way, happens all the time.
Correct. With no criminal charges attached, it's a slippery slope. And one reason, Mace, is AI. AI could come up with something that makes me or you sound like we said things we didn't say.
Right.
And then if people start running with that, Steve Mason and John Ireland go off on blank, and it gets reported.
Well,
we never did it.
But we have a public record. We have a radio station
so
that
does he.
records everything we do.
He has a public reputation.
Right, but we could, if it was AI, we could say no. Listen to all our tapes. We never said that.
Right.
So we would have recourse.
But let's entertain for a second that he didn't do this.
Okay.
That this is a woman that's trying to hold him up for money.
Right.
And he didn't do any of these things. How is that fair? And if he turns around and countersues her for,
it will be covered to the same degree.
But she doesn't have any money.
But the point is that in terms of the public eye, if he countersues right now,
by the way,
demonstrates a level of confidence.
Here's a mistake I think Zion's making.
Okay.
You now know my position that I don't think any of this should have been reported.
Yeah.
But here's a mistake that Zion is making. A Pelican spokesman deferred comment to Williamson's legal team who did not comment. You need to, if this is out there, okay, so wait a minute. I take it back. Here, they did comment. This is exactly what I would do.
Okay.
While these allegations are false, we recognize the seriousness of the claims and welcome the opportunity to prove the truth in court. We're confident the legal process will expose the truth and fully vindicate Mr. Williamson.
that's what you say, right?
Yeah, but now that it's been reported and it's the lead story on ESPN.com, I don't think you can put the toothpaste back in the tube. I think that it is a dangerous precedent to report accusations without a criminal charge.
But
if there was a criminal charge, I would have no problem with what they're doing.
But let's not pretend that this is a new phenomenon. This has been going on. Civil cases have been reported for years and years publicly, whether there was a criminal case or not.
Yeah, I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm naive.
I have no. As you know, John, when the stories get sleazy, I have virtually no opinion. I don't. It's funny. I said this on a little podcast thing I did. I said, the thing about John Ireland, he does go down the rabbit hole, and he
Yeah.
does know everything about these cases. And I'm like, I don't want it in my head. I just don't want that in my head. So I never go down the rabbit
I hope
holes.
none of this is true.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I feel like when we start accusing people, any public figure, of something and make it the lead story on ESPN.com, there should be a criminal charge. Just my opinion.
Yeah. All right. So we went from hot dog buns to rape.
Well, that's what we do here.
We've covered it all.
And now we're going to Game of Games.
And now we're going to Game of Games. It's Brian's game, and we will do it coming up next. In the meantime, hey, the Game 6 of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs is tomorrow, and you can see the Knicks versus the Pacers in shared reality at Cosm. Now, you've heard me describe this, and I mean, it's hard to even put it into words. When you sit in the dome at Cosm, you are surrounded by the game. Brian, you've been to Cosm. Describe what it's like to be in the dome.
It's like you're sitting courtside. It really is. It is the full, you got to turn your head almost, both sides. You see the things that you wouldn't see watching TV. I'll say that too.
We saw, in fact, when we were there, if I remember right, we were at Phoenix and the Lakers.
That's right, yeah,
and they
Suns
showed
Lakers.
the Phoenix dunk line, and they were like coming right at
Like
you.
you're sitting where Chalamet and Ben Stiller were in Indiana, right under the hoop.
Super cool. So if you've not been to Cosm, I'm telling you, here's an opportunity. UFC 316, Saturday, June the 7th. All kinds of events. Go to Cosm.com, COSM.com. And don't forget, you get yourself Cirque du Soleil. They're going to be screening a special immersive reality version of The Matrix. All this stuff is coming up. Amazing craft cocktails, delicious food. Cosm is the place you've got to experience because I can't fully put it into words. Get to Cosm. That's Cosm.com, COSM.com. Look at the calendar, see what's coming up, and get your tickets. Cosm.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
This is Do or Die.
This is the main event.
Some call it the biggest match in LAFC history.
LAFC taking on Club America.
The Black and Gold take on Club America in the ultimate showdown, the FIFA Club World Cup play-in match.
There'll be nothing remotely friendly about this one.
Only one club punches their ticket to this summer's FIFA Club World Cup, and the other goes home. Catch every second of this high-stakes clash. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app and on 710 after NBA playoffs.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. And real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
This is the next phase in my therapeutic work.
Nicole Kidman returns for the Hulu original 9 Perfect Strangers Season 2.
Breathe in, breathe out.
This is safe?
We take you back to a core trauma. Breathe in, breathe out.
She is manipulating us.
Breathe in, breathe out. While you're resisting.
Is it too late to get a refund? The all-new season of 9 Perfect Strangers is now streaming on Hulu and Disney+. New episodes Wednesdays.
During National Military Appreciation Month, we at University of Maryland Global Campus say thank you to the service members, veterans, and families who dedicate their lives to our country. We are deeply grateful. For over 75 years, UMGC has proudly served the military community, from installations overseas to the communities you call home. Wherever you serve, we stand with you. Learn more at umgc.edu/thanks. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Final game of the week, but the first game for the month of June because Ireland wrapped up May really early.
I'm coming for June, too.
And joining us
I'm
right
like
now.
Shaq.
Joining
I'm
us right now.
Kicking ass and taking names.
A guy who is always wearing a hoodie with the hood up. Reese is here. Reese, what's your last name?
Andrews.
Reese Andrews.
Reese,
okay,
who is that? Is that Juju?
It's just the WNBA.
Oh, okay.
WNBA logo. Do you know these guys are doing a fantasy women's basketball WNBA fantasy league?
Are you?
Are you in it?
Yeah, I am.
Do you have Caitlin Clark?
I do not. I got Kalea Copper with my first overall pick.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's how far these guys are all playing fantasy WNBA. Right. Amazing. All right, so Brian, what do you got for a game?
So today is May 30th, so I got a game with athletes revolving around the number 30. So all these questions have something to do with an athlete that wore number 30.
Okay.
I'll kick it off for you here. Dave Roberts wore number 30 when he played for the Dodgers and now again as a manager. What's more, the number of stolen bases Dave Roberts had as a Dodger or 30 double-double meals from In-N-Out?
Like
what's more?
What's more? Like the price of the double-doubles or the total amount of stolen bases?
Okay, so the price.
Yes.
Oh, the price. Okay, so
right,
$30 is what
all right,
you're looking
Laura,
for.
what do you want? You want In-N-Out or you want stolen bases?
The aces. Bases.
I'm going to go In-N-Out. Mace?
In-N-Out.
Reese?
I'm going to go with bases.
What is it, Brian?
It is In-N-Out.
Yeah.
All right, Mason and Ireland are on the board.
Number
Come
2.
on, Mace.
Steph Curry has worn 30 his whole career. What's more, the number of points scored by Steph Curry in his career or the combined points from his dad and brother, Dell and Seth Curry, and their careers?
That's a good question. Mace, this one coming to you.
So Steph versus Dell plus
Steph.
I'm going to go Steph.
I'm going to go the brothers. Reese? Or the brother and the dad?
Yeah, brother, dad.
I am going to go with John.
Brother and the dad?
Yeah.
Laura?
I'm going to go Steph.
It is Steph Curry.
Nice.
And not even close. Pretty much double their points.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
combined.
so ballpark.
I'm on the board.
So Mace has 2. Laura and I have 1. Reese, what's up?
I don't know.
You're 0 for
Reese.
2, man.
It's
Come
my
on.
first time. It's my first
All
time.
right, here we go.
Number 3 here. What's more, the number of career RBIs for Ken Griffey Jr. or the number of career hits for his father, Ken Griffey Sr.? RBIs for Junior or hits for Senior?
I'm going to take the hits for Senior. Reese.
I'm going to go RBI.
RBIs. Laura.
Hits.
Mace.
Ken Griffey Sr.
It is Senior with the hits.
Yeah.
Reese. What are you doing?
It'll be the Reese.
Oh, it'll be the Reese if you miss them all.
If you miss them all right now, it's the Ireland. It could be the Reese. Here we go.
The full Reese.
Here, another. What's more,
You're going first here, Reese.
The number of touchdowns Todd Gurley had while wearing number 30 for the Rams, or the career rushing touchdowns Austin Eckler had for the Chargers while wearing number 30.
Okay, so Todd Gurley or Austin Eckler, Reese?
Todd Gurley overall touchdowns or rushing touchdowns?
overall
with the Rams.
With the Rams.
I'm going to say Todd Gurley.
Laura.
Todd Gurley.
Mace.
Gurley.
I think it's Eckler, and it's not close.
It's Todd Gurley.
Oh, wow. Is it really?
Eckler doubles it if you add his receiving touchdowns.
Oh, that's what I thought.
That's why
okay.
I wanted to clarify.
All right, so Reese on the board now. Mace, you have the lead. Mace
Nice.
4, Laura 3, Ireland 2, Reese 1.
Number 5 here. John Tudor started Game 3 for the Dodgers' 1988 World
Tudor.
Series.
Is how you
John
pronounce his
Tudor.
name.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. What team traded Tudor to the Dodgers just 2 months prior to his World Series start? The Expos, the Padres, or the Cardinals?
Laura.
No sé.
So guess. Expos, Padres, Cardinals.
I'll go Expos.
Mace.
Cardinals.
I'll go Cardinals. Reese.
I'll say Cardinals.
It is the Cardinals.
All right. Mason has the lead.
Yeah.
How many are left, Brian?
Reese got on the board there.
No, Reese is
5
has
left.
two now.
Two now.
All right, yeah, well, I got
for you.
plenty of time to catch. I'm only down 2. Here we go.
5 left. This is a bonus point buzz in here.
Okay.
How many innings did Tudor pitch in
Ireland.
his Game 3 start? Ireland.
7.
Laura. 3.
Reese. I'm
Reese.
gonna say 4.
Mason, 6.
There's only one.
Only
One inning.
one.
Yes.
Wow.
Got hurt. Taken out of the game. Didn't pitch the rest of the
John
series. Yeah.
Tudor, yeah.
Okay.
Number 6 here. Nolan Ryan wore number 30 with the Angels. He led the league in strikeouts how many times? 15, 11, or 8?
Mace.
15.
I'm going to say 11.
Yeah, 11 is the
Reese.
best.
I'm also gonna go 11.
Laura.
With the boys, 11.
It is 11.
All right, so now I'm only one back of Mason. Reese, you're kind of coming back here. You're
So I
up.
have 4, right?
Yeah, it's Mason 5, Laura 4, Ireland 4, Reese 3. Everybody in it.
Okay.
3 left, Brian?
3 left, yes.
Okay.
Josh Wallace is the current Ram with the number 30. Started 3 games last year as a rookie. Where did Josh Wallace play college football? Michigan, Notre Dame, or Ohio State?
Mace.
Michigan.
I'm going to go Notre Dame. Reese.
Sounds like an Ohio State name to me.
Laura.
I want to say Michigan.
It is Michigan.
Okay, so now it's a 2-horse race.
I did know that one. I
All
tried to
right.
play it off.
There's only one left, right, Brian?
2 left.
Oh, then I'm still in it. Reese, you're out. Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Reese.
Sorry, Reese.
It's Mason 6, Laura 5, John 4. Here we go.
Julius Randle with the Timberwolves, number 30. Also 30 here with the Lakers. But do you know how many players have worn number 30 in Lakers franchise history? 20, 14, or 9?
Mace.
14.
Laura.
14.
I think you guys are right, but I have to go different. I'm going to go 9. What's the answer?
20.
We all missed it.
Dang it. I almost said the F word right there.
Yeah.
Did I lose? Yeah.
No.
Only one left, right?
Oh.
Yeah, you're
one
still
left
in
in
it, Laura,
tiebreaker.
but I am now out.
Oh, Laura, it's you and me.
Okay, here we go. Mace goes first. Mace 6, Laura 5.
Okay.
How many teams across the 4 major sports, NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, have retired the jersey number 30? 30, 19, or 8?
Mace.
8.
All right, Laura, 30 or 19?
Damn it, I wanted to go 8. I'll go 19.
It is 8.
Yeah, that one was kind of easy.
Hey,
You're on the
new
board,
month
man.
now. After going winless in May, he gets the first game in June.
Mr. June.
And
There
by the
you
way, we
go.
know it's not June yet, but we're starting
Yeah,
early.
we're
Hey, you want my tiebreaker?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, so the tiebreaker was Steph Curry, the second question here. Led the lead, or is all-time leader in three-pointers with 4,058. How many threes has Steph attempted in his career?
Okay, so he has 4. You're saying he has 4,058
Made
makes.
threes. How many has he attempted?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to
All right. I wrote down a number. Everybody, let me know. Reese, you got a number? What do you think?
I'm gonna go 6,920.
Yeah.
All right, 6920 Mace.
I was going to go 6,800.
Laura.
I got 9,000.
Laura.
I wrote 9333.
9,589.
Wow, pretty close.
Pretty close.
You know how I did that?
About 50.
No, how?
You said he made 4,000 roughly.
Right.
So double it. That's
So-
50.
Yeah, and he's not shooting 50%. He's shooting around 40%.
Yeah.
So I said 9,000. I just threw
Yeah,
in 333 for the look. But you get the win.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Reese, what's your story?
I went to Arizona State, photographer mostly here, but I do social media.
Reese is at most Laker games, are you not?
I was at a good amount of them last year.
Yeah.
Or
Nice.
this past year, yes.
Nice. Well, you do a very good job. We appreciate you. Thanks very much for coming in and playing.
Of course, thank you for
All
having
right,
me.
awesome. Hey, everybody loves a fighter. The Game of Games is brought to you by Jacob Ramrani. In this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anybody can fight, but Jacob is here for you when you need a big win after an accident. Go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. All right. So
who's coming in, Laura?
So we have Shadano and Momo.
Sedano, are they here?
So Momo's coming in at 3. Shadano, we are tracking down.
Okay.
Okay. So could be some super crosstalk with just me and John. We'll find out. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
It's time for the Black and Gold Report. The latest news surrounding LAFC and a look at the upcoming matchup. Powered by Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
One of the biggest matches in LAFC club history goes down tomorrow night at BMO Stadium, and there's no hyperbole to that. The last spot on the FIFA Club World Cup is up for grabs as LAFC and Mexican powerhouse Club America come face to face. And oh yeah, the winner takes home close to $10 million. LAFC goalkeeper Hugo Lloris knows they need to take advantage of this rare opportunity.
I know that in life or in football, when you have this kind of opportunity, you have to take it. But for that, you need to deserve. And there's only one way, to work hard and to do everything on the field, to win this game.
LAFC are unbeaten in their last 8 matches as they hope to extend their streak versus Club America and punch their ticket to the FIFA Club World Cup. Catch all the action tomorrow night on the ESPN LA app, starting with pregame at 7 p.m. and on 710 after Knicks Pacers Game 6.
And that's the Black and Gold Report, powered by Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com for more info. OceanSubaruOC.com. Go Black and Gold.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins. Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo, 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 woo. And no Love Boat. We expect Momo. We expect Shadano.
And Brian, we don't have either one of them yet?
No,
Not
it's just
yet.
us. I've always said, give me
Bonus hour.
Give me some more time to be on the radio. I'm all about it. I want to ask you a question. Tiger Woods famously said,
See Shadano.
is Sedano there?
Yeah, right there in back of you.
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Okay. So Tiger Woods famously said, golf is me. If I give you the same question, blank is me, how do you answer?
About myself?
Yeah, it's you. It's not Tiger Woods. Golf is me, is what Tiger said. What would you say? Blank is me.
Not sleeping.
Not sleeping is me.
Yeah.
All right. Brian?
Chill. Chill is me.
Oh, yeah. Chill is me. I like that.
That fits.
Lar?
Vibey.
What?
I'm vibey.
What is vibey?
Like vibey.
Is that really your answer? Vibey?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for it.
It's obvious. Radio is me.
Well, yeah, but that's not me. That's you.
Producing is you.
No.
No. Vibey.
I like vibey better.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I get
I'm a vibe, bro. I'm a vibe everywhere I go. That's why it's me. I'm vibey.
Everywhere you go, you're vibing.
I'm vibey. I'm a vibe.
There you go. Vibey is me, she says. Vibing is me.
Sedano, you get it, right? It's a vibe.
She says, vibing is me. That's what she says.
That sounds right.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
What is the define vibing?
She's a vibe. Like, she's just like, she's got her own, like...
a little swag.
Yeah, like swag and just kind of her own energy,
Okay. So if I ask you to do the same thing, Tiger Woods once said, "Golf is me." If you have to say it, blank is me. How do you fill in the blank?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Particularly?
Exactly.
I'm boring, man.
No,
but
what I said, not
fill in
here's,
the blank.
Here's what I would say about you. I said not sleeping is me. Airports is you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you're in airports more than I am.
I was so happy to be back home yesterday. I took the day off to do some stuff because the kids had some end of the year stuff that I was able to go to now.
Right.
And today I literally just woke up. The kids went to school, and I watched the French Open all day sitting on the couch.
Oh, is that
I did
right?
absolutely
I cannot
nothing
tell you
else.
how great that sounds to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's to me. That's like everyone's like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. No, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to be home.
Okay, George, I want to throw something at you that I threw at Mason yesterday. And when Momo gets here, we can include her too. I think one of the hardest things in our job, in our world as sports observers, is realizing greatness while it's happening live.
Yeah.
It's very hard to put that into context or perspective. Like I always say to Mason, we looked at each other. We sat next to each other at the USC-Texas National Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, one of us looked at the other one and said, I think this is the best college football game I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And we were right. I've never seen a game better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 2006. You just spent 5 games covering the Western Conference Finals. I used to say that the 2004 Detroit Pistons were the best defensive team I have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I now think Oklahoma City is at least as good defensively as us. And here's my argument. Lou Dort is as good of an on-ball defender as anybody in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Chet is an elite rim protector, and he's just starting at age 23.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what put me over the top. If you would have come to me and said that Jalen Williams is going to shut Julius Randle down for 5 games after what I saw Randle do to the Lakers and the Warriors, I would have said you're out of your mind. But he did. And I haven't even said Caruso yet.
Or Kaysen Wallace.
Shea, or who leads the league in steals almost every year, or Kaysen Wallace. Am I guilty of hyperbole suggesting that this Thunder team might be the best defensive team I've ever seen?
They're in the conversation. I think great teams all start defensively for the most part, historically. Like the only outlier for a team that's never basically every champion in the NBA outside of one has been in the top 10 offensively and top 10 defensively. That outlier is the Lakers, the 2001 Lakers.
And then they were so good offensively, nobody could stop them.
Correct.
Yeah.
And by the way, a lot of that was also injury that year,
Right.
too. But this team, I look at the teams that I've covered in my time covering basketball. It started around that time. So the Pistons, I think that
the 08 Celtics were very good
defensively. The 08
defensively.
Celtics were very good defensively. I think those LeBron Heat teams were always top 2 or 3 defensively every year. The Warriors
Believe
with
it or
Kevin
not,
Durant.
we're number 1.
Yes, we're number 1. This team is in that conversation with them. Like, you lose the game in 5 minutes. Like, there could be a 5-minute stretch of actual time where you'll just lose the game because they will turn you over repeatedly 3 or 4 straight times and the game's over.
Mace, with their season on the line the other night, Minnesota's entire season on the line, and they have elite players in Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, scored 9 points in the first quarter.
It was insane to watch.
Yeah.
9.
I had this conversation with Breen afterwards, like at halftime, and it was like, oh, man, this thing is out. It's 30 points already at the half because they had been blowing them out in the third quarter in the other games. So it's like from an audience perspective, you're like, oh, this is toast. You know what I mean? But it was also fun to like witness because they held them to only 9 points. They're turning them over constantly. They're hitting shots at an okay rate. But the building was going bonkers every time they would stop them defensively.
I've tried. You just experienced it, George. But I've tried to describe to Mace and to others. Going to a game in Oklahoma City is unlike any other NBA arena because the Thunder are the only professional sports franchise in the entire state. And so it's like a college game. They all stand up until they score.
Yeah.
And then they sit down. But it's like when they give out T-shirts, George, the difference between
everybody wears it.
crypto and here is everybody puts on the T-shirt. Here it's like, I'm not covering up my Tom Hardy.
They wear the shirts,
Right.
but down in the lower bowl, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Cappy's not here today, right?
Correct.
I'm going to the South Bay tonight.
Okay.
Oh, look at
so
you.
no, George is
South
into
Bay
all
Cap.
these
I
places.
want to see how the other half lives.
So
stop.
We're going. I'm taking him and Juan.
Yeah.
Lisa and I are going. We're doing a double date.
Yep.
First time since. So we're taking him to Slay Steak and Fish.
Okay.
And then by request, straight to the 900
Club,
where he's never been.
Wow, look at you. I was going to say you should do some if you're going to go out and have a nice meal, you should cheat and go to the Manhattan Beach Creamery for dessert.
Which
right down the street.
Which we will walk by
Right.
when we go from Slay to 900.
Cappy one time there. So funny. This is so Cappy. So I went there with Lindsay.
Yep.
And Cappy. And was there anyone else, Lindsay? Was Chris there too, or was it just the three of us? It was just the three of us. So we went to one of those Irish pubs there in Manhattan Beach. And I'm like, oh, let's get dessert at the creamery.
Right.
So we go over there, and Lindsay and I are like, all right. And, it's got every ice cream imaginable.
Line out the door no matter what time of day it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So Cappy goes, I don't think I want just ice cream. I feel like that's too filling. And Lindsay, you may be able to fill the gaps on this. So Lindsay and I get like a scoop or whatever of ice cream.
Right.
He gets a whole milkshake. He's like, I'll just do a milkshake. And they're pouring like 6 scoops of ice cream in it.
Yeah.
So all this thing that he wanted to save calories, and he ended up having 6 times the amount we did.
Now, do I have to dress up fancy?
Nope.
No.
I don't have to fancy
There
up
is
fancy.
no dress code.
You're
in
fine just
Manhattan
like
Beach.
that.
I look like a flood victim right now,
Yeah.
but
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
Really?
There is no dress code in Manhattan Beach.
No.
You can
Oh,
do whatever
wow.
you want.
Yeah.
okay.
You're fine.
Yeah, I think
Am I going to meet famous people?
You might.
You know, I love famous people.
Well, Slay, where we're going for dinner, is the favorite restaurant of Ryan Russillo, Colin Cowherd, and me.
Oh, wow.
Mateo Sedano is a big fan of Slay Italian.
Which is right across the street from the 900. You will see that tonight as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
How many restaurants does David Slay have?
4.
4
I thought it was 3,
restaurants.
but 4.
Wow.
Here you go.
No,
Yeah.
well, I just don't want in Hermosa.
Oh.
So he's got Slay Steak and Fish where we're going.
Yep.
Slay Italian.
Yep.
A bistro with a speakeasy called FET. FETE
Yeah.
that
Okay.
we'll stick our heads in tonight.
Okay.
Because we're going right by it.
Right.
And then Slay Hermosa opened earlier this year. So he's got 4.
Now, is Slay Hermosa also a steakhouse?
No, it's Slay Hermosa is
Seafood?
yeah, it's more like Slay Steak and Fish, but not
But more fishy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met David Slay one time at a Rams game.
Yeah?
And he was with a guy named, I think it's McDonald, his last name was. So we're talking, he's a
He owns 75 billion served?
No, he's like he's a divorce attorney.
Oh, okay.
And so we were having a conversation. Yeah, but I did win a Tony Award for Les Miserables, and sure enough, that guy did
You
win a
Googled
Tony.
it?
I Googled it.
Yeah.
He did. He won for Les Miserables.
Nice.
Which is crazy.
Okay, now that Momo's here, I want to ask my other NBA question.
Yeah, sure. Traffic?
Well,
Was it
first
traffic?
of all, hit that button that says on.
Yeah.
You want to know why I was late?
Yeah.
I was helping my kindergartner cheat on his standardized testing and stuff.
Well,
You give him
by the way,
ChatGPT or something?
Every parent cheats on those things.
Okay,
You're not alone.
I got a message from the teacher, and she was like, "Hey, I think you might need to help Daniel with this thing that they do on the computer. It's like the reading and writing.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where if you get it right, it gives you a harder question. So the questions he was getting were 4th, 5th grade level, and I'm like, he doesn't get that you just need to put in that you don't know or just take a wild guess. So
Right.
it sends you back down to the kindergarten level. So he was at 19%, and she's like, we've been trying for 2 weeks. He won't answer it unless he knows. So it's like, can you do it with him at home? And I go, well, we don't have that software at home. So I had to go into the class today.
Wow.
And I thought this was going to be 20, 30 minutes.
You
oh my
don't,
God.
You don't have it?
But it's not cheating.
Yeah, but you can't
I mean,
just
but I'm
download it?
trying to explain. You can't. It doesn't fit on this. On this work.
Oh, I'm
with this
saying like a
operating-
laptop or
That's
something.
what I'm trying to do, but I don't think it
Because
works.
that's what we have at the house.
I'm trying to get one of those, but we don't have the right thing.
The kids have their own, less expensive laptop that
Does
they
the
can just do
school
all
give
that
him?
stuff.
Does the school give him something too?
Eventually, they're
Well,
going to give them
at-
something,
at
but it's
school,
at
yes.
school.
Okay.
But
so
not
that was
for
the
home.
issue. So
You got to download it. For
I
that.
thought, oh, this is 20 minutes. I was there for an hour. I was like, I gotta go. We're not even finished. But she goes, you got to finish by Monday.
Well, you
I
got
have
Monday.
homework.
It's a long time.
I think
There
you'll be
you go.
okay.
I think
You're a
if I can get
Stanford
it at
graduate.
home,
You
Yes,
should
I
be able to
can't-
figure this
if
out.
I do it,
Are you
he's
going to
gonna-
Stanford,
mean
Hawaii
Cal?
again?
Oh, Cal
If
graduate.
I do it, then he's going to be reading at a 5th grade level, and he's in kindergarten. I mean, I can't.
Can't cheat for
But
him.
I was trying to go fast, so I was kind of answering. I'm like, hey, listen, this is what it's C. Just do that one.
You're well, if you're giving him the answers, then
Well, I saw
I
this
was
kid.
trying to help, but
I saw a story about some kid who was 11 years
God.
old that graduated from Irvine Community
crazy?
College.
That's
or
probably
something.
how.
yeah,
I
probably.
finally left. I was like, I gotta go. I'm going to be late.
There you go.
We're only 50%
Daniel will be going to Irvine Community College.
Apparently,
too
what
at
I'm going to
11.
be doing this weekend is figuring out how to do kindergarten math.
So beyond that,
oh my God,
you've
sorry.
done a lot of traveling, right?
Oh my God, I don't even know what city I'm in.
So where have you been?
Denver and Oklahoma. I feel like George.
She found hot yoga in Oklahoma.
Oh, I do hot yoga everywhere.
Hot yoga in Oklahoma?
In OKC?
Yeah, 2 of them. I went
Wow.
to 2 different ones. There was one
But I never
405
find
hot
anything
yoga.
in OKC.
And I know I have these the guest memberships.
We went to a great restaurant in OKC.
Yeah,
that
they
wasn't
got some good
downtown.
ones. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that
You
was in
went-
the
you went
burbs
off
with
the
PJ.
grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
of
PJ
course.
always knows.
Yeah, he knows.
I'm pro OKC. They got good stuff there now. If you know where to go,
it's-
they got good stuff.
It's not bad. I mean, Minneapolis was easier because you just walk
Yeah.
places.
Right.
Yeah.
I walked places in OKC. A little sketchy.
I mean, like mahogany and stuff.
Did you say a little sketchy?
Little
It's not
sketchy.
sketchy in
It was
Oklahoma.
Well,
City,
you know
isn't
what?
it like
That downtown area, yeah.
cornfields
No,
and
no, it's not.
There are people sleeping under the underpass.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bricktown was a little sketch. You know, people
their
were out late at
downtown
night.
their downtown is like an old
Yeah.
school downtown. John would know. It's like nobody lives there. There's not like apartments for people to live there so much. It's just businesses.
So it's like pre-LA Live,
but-
pre-Staples,
That's
where
a
it
good-
was
yeah.
just like a
Good
big
comp.
and then
space.
Bricktown is like it looks like the Riverwalk in San
Yes.
Antonio.
Except not as good.
Right.
But it's
neither of them are good.
Neither of them are
It's
great,
a bottom. Okay, so
Did
it's
you
a
just
bottom
correct me on
3
neither and
NBA
neither?
city.
No, I was saying to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was correcting me on neither and neither. Okay.
I think both
anyway.
are acceptable.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's like
anyway,
tomato,
John
tomato.
had something to ask
If you want
me.
to sound smart, say neither.
Tell me if I'm being prisoner of the moment here.
Okay.
I don't think the Knicks are dead.
I don't either.
Oh, I think they're dead.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you, Mace?
I don't think they're dead.
I don't think they're dead. I think they got a
They need
30-40%
one game.
chance.
They've outscored them by 6 in the series because they had that one blowout
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
And if they don't blow game 1, they're up 3-2.
So
I just don't know if the Pacers are good enough to take full advantage of this home court tomorrow night.
Well, all of the pressure is on the Pacers now.
Right. But if it gets back to New York, I guess game 7 would be Monday.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah,
it's
Monday.
Saturday, Monday.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That was a little bit of an outlier situation with Indiana. Outside of OKC, they turned the ball over the least, and they turned the ball over a bazillion times yesterday.
Yep.
That's not them.
Right. And Halliburton had like a Brian Kamenetsky said, Hot Yoga in Oklahoma was the name of my 4th album. But,
That's very good.
funny.
That's funny.
I don't think the Knicks are dead. I feel like they have a formula. Is that I'm like looking at this thing and saying Knicks stay
The
alive.
formula is
Somebody
don't play
put-
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Except for yesterday.
Well,
That's the outlier.
What about what Bill Simmons said yesterday?
When-
He said the
the fix is in.
Yeah, he said the last time we were looking at a small market NBA Finals would have been 2002, where it would have been Sacramento, New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
And the Lakers got so many calls in Game 6 to force a Game
That's the
7.
Donaghy stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where it started.
Oh
So-
my God, you're right. It
But
is.
there is no,
Yeah.
we looked it up. Mace looked it up.
Yeah, Zach
There is
Zarba
no
is the
Scott Foster in Game 6. They're not
extender.
sending the extender
They're
in
sending
there.
Zach.
Yeah.
Zach is
Zach's
the best official
record in the league.
Yeah, in the league. Yeah.
And so you can't if you're Indiana, you can't complain. I mean, Zarba, he calls the fewest technicals. You can actually talk to him.
Yeah.
He's the guy you want if you want a fair game.
Right.
If you got Scott Foster and Tony Brothers, people would be like, "Wait a second."
Yeah, or you bring Dick Pavetta out of retirement, then you knew something was up.
I don't think they're dead in the sense that neither of these teams can play with pressure. Like both of them have been really good when the wheels are about to fall off, when their back is totally against the wall and everybody has lost faith in them. That's when they play their best.
By the way, does it even matter if OKC's healthy? I don't
No,
think so.
I think it's going to be
I
like
think it's
5
OKC in
Gentlemen
5 no
sweep,
matter
gentlemen
what.
sweep.
I know you guys are all in the league, but
Yeah.
there's one thing you're missing.